901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston. Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane. Here are Peter and Anthony with Sports 56 Mornings.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Welcome in, everybody. On it's okay Friday, I'd say. Weather-wise, it's all right. Not as bad as yesterday. Certainly not ideal.
The weather's great, man. It's not cold at all outside. It feels good.
No,
but it's downgrade my jacket when I came out today.
It's kind of yucky, though. It doesn't look that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not that
I
pretty.
can deal with that over extreme cold. It was like painfully cold a couple days.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's already warmer right now than it was like all of Monday and Tuesday, basically. So, yeah, it's low 40s. That feels pretty warm compared to what we've been through. Welcome in, everybody. Sports 56 Mornings. My name is Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. This is well, it's a special Friday show. I mean, it's what it is. I mean, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I think you're gonna learn some things. I think you're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna you probably experience a whole range of emotions. We'll take you on a roller coaster today, up and down. And so that's just how it is. And we'll be responsible for the ups, and of course, the man responsible for most of the downs, Zach Boyd, joins us.
Yes.
Now, our producer of the program. Good.
I wouldn't say that, man.
Well, Zach, if we were keeping score, you'd be pretty efficient in the state category.
Yeah, and I do keep stats on the show. I keep the stats on each show, so just so you know, I've got your PER is pretty low.
Yeah.
Like I get that,
my PETER is very high.
I get that, but for the most part, it's I bring the ups when need to.
Well, I will never forget the day that Zach bailed us out. That day it was seconds on the clock, and Zach hit a buzzer beater.
That's true. That's true.
The power surge morning, and Zach pulled it out at the last second. So.
That's true. I mean, that's why we love him, because he's.
But there's also the day that
he's a gamer.
There's also the day that I was mute for like 30 minutes. So
he's like J.R. Smith. You gotta love him. He's gonna hit some big shots for you, but he's also gonna just leave your mic off for 30 minutes.
Yeah, don't disrespect me like that, man. Like,
he's gonna forget how much time.
I'm better than that. I'm better than that. At least give me.
J.R. Smith's made
some big shots,
tens of millions of dollars. Made some big shots. He's been very very successful professional. He's in the highest echelon of his, but he's also just, he's got a few little moments. That are memorable.
Yeah, I'm definitely stuck on with the current the current image of J.R. Smith, so that's why I'm a little bit offended.
Hey, champion, shirt off champion, man. Come on.
Two-time champion, two-time champion.
Yeah, remember that. Speaking of on-air mistakes, though, Every morning, daily, I come in and I try to meditate and say, "Anthony, please don't curse on the air." And I go through that routine as a daily practice. I really feel the urge like I'm really about to curse today, and I don't know why. I'm not upset about anything, but I really feel like I really have to buckle down on not cursing.
Is it in? Is it in the radio limit?
I think it's because I'm a little sleepier today than I normally am. And I know, if my mind isn't super fresh, it might just slip out. It might just come out.
Do I need to have my button ready?
Yeah, keep the button ready, because I don't know. It might just,
Yeah, keep the button ready. But also, you got to curse more in your regular life. That's what I like to do. Before I put on the old headphones, I like to just unleash an absolute torrent of profanity. Just screaming, yelling, just unbelievable curses.
So if I make it to the break,
curses that would get people. Yeah, curses that would get people, possibly hurt or killed out in public. I yell them as loud as I can in my private space, and then I'm good. Then I feel better.
I'll go down the hall in one of the empty secondary studios and
just yell at Zach. Go in there during the break and just unleash.
But I don't want to drop them in the air. I don't want to drop those aerosols in the air. So
that's true. That's a good point.
Even with a mask on, I don't want to drop them in the air. I don't want to waste them.
So that's a fair point. All right. So as we mentioned today, it's Friday. We got our friend Adam Kramer coming to talk a little college football. We've got Kari Thompson coming up to talk preps and what was it was not necessarily a successful run for the local area and MUS yesterday, and we'll talk about the playoffs, and we'll talk about what happens from here in basketball. Also, a lot of other stuff, too, with Kari. That's 9 o'clock here on the program. If you want to join us, you can. 67129 on the First Bank text line. We'd love to get your texts throughout the show. 67129 on the First Bank text line. 360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. 360-8255 on the First Bank phone lines. That's how you get in touch with us on the phones. And, of course, you can chat with us if you're watching on the videos. We are streaming on Facebook, Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and so on. Anytime you see a chat window, you can hit us up on the First Bank chat line. Just chat away, and it pops right into us. That's easy enough. That's the First Bank chat line. So all this stuff comes your way from the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. Thank you very much to our friends Billy and the whole staff over at Family Leisure for continuing to do awesome stuff throughout the holidays. If you have not checked it out, please, I encourage you to go check it out. Get yourself a fabulous hot tub, a swim spa, wonderful, and even start to make your planning for the spring and summer. If you're looking for a pool or things of that nature, now is a perfect time to start planning. Patio, outdoor furniture, all that stuff. It is the time to do it, because then you are good to go when spring and summer rolls around and the weather starts to get warmer and you start to hang back out outside. Man, you are ready. So please go and check it out. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40. We also have to talk about yesterday. Anthony Sane.
Oh, they hating on me too, man. Hating on me. I thought I had a better relationship with the Grizzlies than this, man. They going back to old school Summer 16 stuff. They going to make Summer 16 Sane come out too. They keep this kind of stuff up. But go ahead, brother. I'm done.
Why you're done? We didn't even start. I don't know.
No, I ain't got. I'm gonna let you finish is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. All right. The Grizzlies, some notable, interesting press conference for a couple reasons.
Very fun press conference.
Jonas Valanciunas, Kyle Anderson talked. That was not particularly notable. Mm-hmm. But Dylan Brooks, of course.
Oh man, you knew he was gonna bring the fire, the hot fire.
Our favorite performer on the Grizzly roster. Well, he had a lot to say yesterday, and so did you, Anthony. Saying, mm-hmm. Anthony, you did the impossible.
Yes.
Actually, it was not the impossible. You did the
very
simple, but you did it, and that was remarkable. You asked Dylan a question, and it wasn't a perfect Dylan accent. It wasn't your best Dylan accent, but it was close enough. It counts. It definitely counts.
Yeah, I was a little nervous.
I was gonna say, I could tell you that you were like, this wasn't a perfect. But it was.
No, this is what happened. So I told everybody, you got 15 minutes, 10, 15, because I need to know I'm doing this before I go and do it. So I get the Cash App hits at like 10:31 for the $100. So I was like, crap, I literally got to do this right now. So I was like flustering, trying to like, should I do it on my phone? My backpack is in the car and my laptop. I was like, okay, so I got on the phone. It wouldn't. I was logged in, but I wasn't used to how it looks when you're doing it on the phone. So I was like, okay, crap. So I texted you, and then I was like, all right. So
I walked you through it.
So I was kind of running around the house, so I didn't really have my breath. So I had to get my question together.
Listen, I understand. Hey. This was the same thing you were making fun of me for yesterday. It's exactly what you were doing. That's the same situation.
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't ask the question that was already on the floor, though. I did ask a freshly squeezed question.
You could have. It could have happened.
So, yeah. But I have no audio of it. The Grizzlies, for some reason, didn't post that press conference at all.
What?
I checked in with some of my plugs with the Grizzlies, and they said, I don't know, man. They didn't post the days for some reason. Like, okay. Y'all posted every other one, but y'all didn't want to post. Don't be that way, Memphis Grizzlies. Come on, man. We're better than that. Come on, man.
That's funny. That's really funny. So you did in fact ask the question of Dylan Brooks. Well, hopefully I thought for sure that they would have that you guys would have the audio ready, because I was thinking for sure.
Give me like 2 seconds here.
Because I was like, this definitely gonna do it.
And then I'm
and
sure
then
if they post it, they're just going to post his answer. They're not going to post my question.
In the midst of all of it, in the midst of, because we'll get back to that as soon as we can, but also in the middle of all that, Dylan talked about Jaren Jackson Jr. getting bigger,
turning 7 foot 2.5.
I asked him. I was like, "So what do you mean? Like, I threw in a jab."
Oh yeah,
as well.
Like,
Just for
shout out to you.
Just to get into the fun of it. And he said, "Wow, man, I think he's like just 2 or 3 inches taller and bigger too." And I was like, "Oh, so Jaren Jackson Jr. is apparently now 7'1" or 7'2", and probably 275. I mean, this man is he's just continuing to grow. He's got that Giannis bump apparently now. Who knows, man? Who knows? How big is he really? Who could say?
According to Dylan,
he's apparently a giant.
He's 7'3", 290. According to
he's Bill Brasky from Saturday Night Live. You remember that sketch? Where he's 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
700 pounds. That's Jaren Jackson at this point. He's about to be 8 feet tall.
And I wouldn't take I wouldn't take anything at all from what Dylan was saying, other than he hadn't seen Jaren in a while. Because like seriously, because
I would, because it's fun. I think it's funny.
Because Jaren is one of those kids who he's so long that you kind of forget how tall he is, and when you see him in person, he looks like he's 10 feet tall, literally. So
it is possible. He is the youngest. He's still younger than Ja. He's
21 though, man.
Like that is possible. That does happen. Like,
Jaren did legit grow last year, but to say he grew again this summer, Giannis
grew. Giannis grew, and he's 35 years old.
Exactly. Giannis right now is 38. So exactly. So.
I got the audio for y'all.
Good.
Oh,
good.
Which one do you want to do first?
What you mean?
Oh, you got.
I got the Jaren audio, the one he's talking about. Jaren.
Is my question on there though?
Well, let's find out, shall we?
Yeah, see, I guarantee
you guys have playoff expectations this year.
They cut it out.
Oh yeah,
man, I knew they was gonna do that, bro.
We never had playoff expectation last year, but we always thought in our hearts that we would do it.
I'm not gonna say some of the stuff that they do tolerate over there. It's fine for them to joke about over there, but of course, I guess that wasn't funny.
The readiness of our team every single night out, because the West is getting better. Every year, guys.
Where did you get that from?
This is off of Fox Sports Grizzlies on Twitter.
Oh, okay. So yeah. I thought it was
not. This not
directly. You gotta turn off. You gotta turn off your. Turn off the immediate. Yeah. There's no conspiracy yet.
Let me hit my boy Philip Dean, man. I need that file, my boy. I know you got it. Hating on me, man.
What? If you were so concerned about it, you could have recorded it yourself. They would have let you do it.
See, I can't do it on my phone though.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Bet $10
your phone, your janked up phone, you can. I can.
Whatever.
On my phone. You probably need to get an Android. To be honest with you.
No, I'm super good on it.
Yeah, you probably need to get that.
You green beans get on my nerves, man. You green bean texting, I ain't got time for this stuff.
If you can't,
I ain't got time when I send a text and it coming to me out of order, like it's all broken up. And I ain't got time for none of that. Yeah. Send a picture, it looks like it's taken with.
You want to. I got you. You want to pay like twice as much for.
Yeah, send a video. It looks like somebody took it with a.
That makes good sense.
McDonald's toy, Happy Meal toy or something, man. Nobody want that.
No, you want to pay. You want to pay a little bit more for less quality. I got you.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Go to your boy Evan has bailed you out because the top of the commercial appeal page, the first video that pops up is your question straight up. Yeah.
Oh, the commercial appeal. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go to commercial. Go to the first. It's the video that pops up when you go to the Dylan Brooks story. There's a Dylan Brooks story, so I don't know. If,
Evan is hilarious.
I don't know if Evan's done it.
I don't think he has anything to do with it though, but we'll see.
I don't know, but if you click, there's a video. If you click on the Grizzlies front page, there's a video that says Dylan Brooks on Grizzlies having playoff expectations. It's the full question. So there you go.
Of course, you guys
so
have you, of course, led by you, John, Jaron. You guys have playoff expectations this year.
Hell yeah. We never had a playoff expectation last year, but we always thought.
Play it again, Zach. My bad for laughing, bro.
What you guys have with you, of course, led by you, John, Jaron. You guys have playoff expectations this year.
Hell yeah. We never had a playoff expectation last year.
John. I said, of course, led by you, John.
Yes. You know how to ask us with the question.
Oh,
right?
hell yeah. Glad you got that correct, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, the order is.
I hate they cut us off at the end too, man, because I wanted to say thank you, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah. I had another question about that. I had another question. Yeah. So then when I asked him about how how it was Jaron bigger, I threw in a Jaron.
Yeah, I heard
a lot of fun. Once you start doing it, it's a lot of fun. Once you start doing it, it's a lot of fun.
Hey, I'm doing that like from now on probably too, just to let y'all know.
Yeah,
when I talk to Dylan, I probably got to hit him with the Dylan voice. But yeah, shout out to Mac, who was the listener who sent in that C-note yesterday.
Mac? What?
Yeah, my boy Mac, man. He told you he was working on it, man. He said he only had Venmo. I thought he was joking. Like, he came through in the clutch, man. He came through at 10:31 with the money. So I had to hop on I was literally about to take a nap. And I got that cash out. I got that cash out notification. It was like, oh, well, okay, here we go. I'll take a nap tomorrow. I'll take a nap tonight.
Ooh. Oh, man. Incredible stuff.
Shout out to my boy Mac, man.
So that was wild. The whole press conference was wild.
Yeah, because Dylan, that was by no means the funniest thing that Dylan said. He was in Dylan form. Yeah, he was doing Dylan stuff.
He was in full form, man.
He was like, I'm not worried about the scoring load. I'm definitely I don't mind getting up more shots when Jaron and
yeah. So yeah, who asked him about that? Like, does he mind about? No one ever minds getting up more of a. No, he's never once minded.
I won't say it in his voice because I'm sure he's going to catch on eventually that I'm scoring with him. But I will start throwing him alley-oops. I will start asking questions to give him answers that I know are going to be fun. So that's 100% happening.
Absolutely. I mean that's always fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke the bear literally all season long. So get ready for that.
Well, yeah. Well, yes. That's one of the fun things you should do as a questioner. That's always fun.
Because I'm not a media member. I'm a pop star, so I do things that are popular for the people. So. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'll let y'all ask
call
about
what you will.
OnlyFans stuff and all that. I'll let y'all deal with it.
I'm not gonna. I don't. Like I told you, that's not relevant.
It's very relevant.
Nah, I mean it's relevant to him certainly. It's extremely relevant to him. Not relevant to anyone else, but definitely relevant to him for sure. I mean, 100%. He's got to. He's got some questions.
I thought when they asked about
personal level, certainly, but not so much.
I thought when they asked about justice, I thought that I was really interested in seeing how he was going to respond to that, because, you know what I mean, like as far as. How Justice game affects his game, or possibly starting, or however that would look. You know what I mean? So he didn't really go where I wanted him to go. Because last year when they asked about Justice starting, he was like, well, Kyle, the guy is used to coming off the bench. He plays well off the bench. Expecting him to sit down.
Kyle is
Coach Dylan.
Coach Dylan is fantastic.
Oh yeah, then he broke down fouling. He broke down fouling with him and Jaron as well. So.
Yes, yeah, because Keith Parrish asked that question.
Number one Dylan Brooks fan.
They are the they are the absolute two worst
in the league,
in the entire world, in all leagues, all the time. So, in any event, it was great stuff. Really appreciate it. Excellent work by you. Excellent work by Mac. Excellent work by me as well. So, just great stuff all the way around. Congratulations to everybody for a successful first run. And I hope to see more of it now. Don't be afraid to just jump in there.
Just jump in. I might do a little jive every now and again. Hey, John ain't with them games though, man. He already.
Oh,
John might got some goons on this side too, man. I ain't fooling around with y'all like I don't think John.
With the young core you guys have with you, of course, led by you, John and Jaron. You guys have playoff this year.
Hell yeah. Man said, hell yeah. Dylan Harrell's on point too, man. I don't know if y'all peeped that out either.
Oh, he was. Yeah. He spent. You missed the. Did you see the first little 2 minutes of it? He was spent messing with his hair,
it was on
just
point.
Right.
He was just letting y'all know, man, that the locks was luscious during the offseason.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he had to let y'all know. He has to let y'all know, man.
Absolutely, he's been working on it. That's been a big off season.
Am I the only person we understand that Dylan does wild stuff on the court. Like he really gets into his Dylan bag and just he forgets that he's playing with other guys. We know that. But am I the only person who thinks it is awesome to have guys like that, his personality wise on your team? Guys that are questionably crazy like Dylan is. Not Joakim Noah crazy, but totally unaware of you understand what I'm saying? Guys like Dylan.
I think it's honestly just. You want to have. I think teams need to have one or two, maybe one
who
guy
think they're way better than they are.
Yeah. You just got to have an irrational confidence kind of guy. Because sometimes there have been games where that's actually bailed the Grizzlies out, where they weren't scoring, and Dylan scores 30 points for no apparent reason. And that has happened before.
Right.
I think that's a very I think it's if you have too many or if it's too much, but. Well, if you have too many of those guys, or if it's too much, then it can be a problem. But I think he's got just the right amount. He was. You're talking about a guy that was a 45th draft pick. Who's already, by doing what he's doing now and by signing the extension he signed last year, has exceeded any rational expectation for being picked at the spot he's picked. So he has to have, huge confidence. He has to have that stuff. He wouldn't be where he is without it. You can't take that away from him and have him be an effective player. That's part of him. You just gotta love it.
He's Memphis Kyle Kuzma. They have the same vibe.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
If anything,
if he played for the Lakers, he would have the same
people would think he was a lot better. People think he was a lot better.
Because all his comments would be much more widely spread and all that stuff. Yeah, absolutely. It would for sure. And all those games where he goes off would be the highlight. Just like Kuzma has those games where he goes off. It's oh, well, look at this guy. He's great. Okay.
And Grizz Facebook would absolutely love him if he played for the Lakers.
Man, forever and ever and ever. We will talk. We will talk more about the Jaren aspect of that when we come back. Also, college football when we return because we're trying to get this week in. There are already some teams who have had to basically whose seasons are over because of the COVID situation and everything else. So all of that is still happening. There's some historic stuff happening this week in college football. There's all kinds of things happening. We'll talk about that too on a very busy Friday edition live from the Family Leisure Studio. Sports 56 Mornings. Pete and Sam with you. And John Jaron. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
You have opinions?
I think they got a lot of athletic ability.
We want to hear them.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
Call us on the First Bank phone line at 360-8255 or text us on the First Bank text line at 67129.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levy Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
Napa know-how.
Nothing causes holiday stress like the words, "some assembly required." Well, Napa's here to help with an Evercraft 100-piece screwdriver set for just $19.99. So no matter what Santa and his elves leave for you to put together, you'll be prepared. So save on the Evercraft 100-piece screwdriver set and other great tools from Napa. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating locations while supplies last. Offer ends 12/31/20.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm a big fan of Town Village, and there is always something to do year-round. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, theme dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Attention foodies, there's a great new place to eat in a great restored building. South Hall Cafe is now open for breakfast, brunch, and lunch in the former Tobacco Corner. Chef Jesus Ramon is creating classics from scratch with a twist. Enjoy all your favorites, including the best cheese grits in the South, a full bar, an in-house pastry chef, catering, online ordering for curbside or delivery, and a covered patio with live music on the weekends. We're open 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. weekdays and 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. on weekends. South Hall Cafe, corner of Poplar and Mendenhall.
Sports 56 traffic.
We're working a crash on I-240 eastbound at Bill Morris Parkway. The left lane and shoulder is blocked. Also, the right shoulder is blocked as well. That's I-240 eastbound at Bill Morris Parkway. Also, dealing with the crash on Riverdale at State Line Road. Crash on Mount Moriah Road between D Road and C Isle Road. And also crash on Covington Pike at I-40 East. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Whenever dark is falling, you know the spirit of the party starts to come alive until the day is dawning.
I love George Benson. One of my favorites. One of Funky Friday. Give me the night. It's got to give me the night. Give me the night, everybody. Give me the day. This Friday, From the Family Leisure Studios, Pete and Sane with you on a Funky Friday. Zach bringing the funk. Hour number 1 of the program. Of course, we've got Adam Kramer coming up to begin hour number 2. Kari Thompson as well later on in the program. It's 42 degrees outside and kind of overcast. Sort of a yucky-looking day, but a little bit warmer than it has been at this time of the morning in the last few days. So Anthony's saying we talked about the other – there's no real – I don't know, nothing major newsworthy to report from the Grizzlies at this point in time as they will begin camp this weekend.
There is something that we didn't touch on yesterday. It's kind of
what is it?
That Marco and Mario reportedly won't be attending camp. They're on the roster, but they won't actually be there. That's the report that was.
Is that?
I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but that's out there.
With respect, I saw Chris Harrington had tweeted that out. I'll be honest with you, like that's all. I genuinely didn't expect them to be there. That wasn't even. I really didn't. Like I thought.
What do you mean? What do you mean you expected them not to be at camp at all?
Because they're not going to be part of the team. I mean that's just. It couldn't be clearer.
Neither were the Jahil kid. He won't be there either. But
but no. But that's a whole different situation. I mean, those guys are both. Guduric in his case is his
terrible.
Future is elsewhere. His future is elsewhere. So you know that for sure.
Ain't no need coming over here, man.
Mario Hezonja, same thing. Mario Hezonja is a guy that's been in the league. He's not playing for it. He's not on an Exhibit 10 contract. He's not going to play for the hustle. Jaleel Tripp is a guy that's playing on an Exhibit 10 contract. He's proven himself, and he's going to go down and play in South Haven. He's going to try to work his way back up into the mix. His motivation is totally different. Those guys are – Marco will go and play in overseas, or he'll go catch on somewhere else or whatever. But the Grizzlies, they're not interested in him at this point. I mean,
I get what you're saying, Peter, but you're acting like that's a common – that commonly doesn't happen. We had what's the name on our roster last year. He went to camp and he got cut, just like everybody else does. One of the brothers.
Yeah, but
who am I talking about? Played for Duke.
Miles.
Yeah, the Plumleys. We had a Plumlee.
Oh,
on our
yeah.
roster last year.
Yeah, but again, that was again that was a salary cap situation with him. That
Peter,
was
it's not commonplace for guys like don't even come to camp. That doesn't happen often. I haven't seen it happen ever. So it's not like
when their situation doesn't work, then that's what happens. It happened last year with like Iguodala, for example. Their situation wasn't going to work. They knew that wasn't going to happen, so they
told them folks don't even show up. Just stay in Europe.
That's
man.
what I mean.
Just enjoy your vacation.
I mean that's what they're just we don't need you.
Right. It's just like we joked about in the bubble when we said poor Marco man was over in Europe chilling.
Yeah, you
had to
you can just tell. Like I mean, and again, like I said, I'm not. Like I don't know. Like I said, I'm not saying it. It never even occurred to me that they would be honest. I just never, because it was such a foregone conclusion. There was no the Plumlee thing. At least they thought he might make the team. Like they thought, okay, well, he might actually be on the roster and have some use, and he didn't, and it didn't work out. But like there's no pathway. They've already signed guys. They have 19 players on the roster.
Right.
So they're too heavy, and there's not a competition for those positions. It's not like it's the best guy's going to make. No, there's not a competition. It's done. They signed those guys on top of Marco, and then Mario was just a throw in to finish the deal off. So I
just wish the Grizzlies had have let Grizz Facebook down lightly, because there was a campaign for Mario Hezonja to be. Just like we just got literally right on time. We got a text that said the same thing. There were people who thought that Mario Hezonja was the answer. It's starting small forward. So I need to break that down to Grizz Facebook. That's not.
He's our starting small forward, man.
It's that shooter, man. It's Hezonja, man.
Everyone.
Dude shot like 20-something% from his career, but
no, it's ridiculous. What's wrong with Hezonja, says the texter. So,
a good shooter. He's a good shooter, man. What are you talking about?
Hezonja is out there. So ridiculous. What's wrong with him is that he's not actually a good shooter.
He's actually not a good shooter. He's actually
number one, he's not actually a good shooter. Number two, they have no interest in signing him for that reason. So he was a top 5 pick. I mean, that's the thing. it's crazy.
Mario Hezonja's best percentage shooting from three was his rookie year. He shot 34% on 3 attempts a game. For his career, he shoots 31%. Last year, he shot 30%. And the year before that was 27%. Mario Hezonja is nowhere close to being a good shooter. But, you know, someone saw him hit a couple threes against the Grizzlies, so that's just kind of stuck in their brain. And I remember the game that he did it. He hit a couple threes against us. So
yeah, I mean, he's had his moments for sure. But like that's all they are, moments. And there's a reason why he's not going to be part of the team going forward. So they pretty much they knew their roster situation going from here on out. Like Jaleel Tripp is not technically on the he's not going to end up being one of the 17 guys on the roster, but they know what their they know what the whole point was when they signed him. So it's just crazy. It's crazy to think about, but they are pretty much settled. They are pretty much done, and then they are going to start this weekend, which is pretty.
It's crazy.
Pretty amazing to think about, and that means next week you're going to see preseason basketball. It's actually going to happen
in the FedEx Forum,
which is crazy. In FedEx Forum, it's absolutely amazing.
Will you be there, so, Peter Evanston, if we're allowed to come?
I've already told you. I've already told you the situation.
All right, well, I'll be there. I'll tell you about it.
You can represent the show with the same level of professionalism that you have there throughout. So I have no.
And I might show up for the press conferences, man.
Yeah. The press conferences are going to be. That's going to be another thing that's fascinating because I think even when we go back to quote unquote normal, I don't think we're ever going back into a locker room again, which is
that's crazy, man.
I really don't. I don't think so. I think they're going to find. I think they'll find a way because of, certainly not this year. And then I think because they've always tried to create as much space.
Oh man.
Between media and player access as possible. They really try to avoid relationship building. Let's say they really want to avoid that, and so they make it very difficult.
Now they got this precedent. Oh no,
the Grizzlies did that. Last year with practices, they used to
give us the music. Zach. Give us the music. Zach. Give us the music. Go ahead, Peter. Sorry.
We used to have a certain entrance that you would go into and you hang out, and it would be somewhat near where the players exit. And so in that time, you might have some, God forbid, you might have some, unaccounted for moments of having like a normal conversation, like, hey man, how's it going? How you doing? Et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking to somebody like they're a human being. Well, that's obviously you can't do that. You can't do that.
So how does that make you feel?
Any conversation has to take place with a backdrop and has to be filmed and has to be accounted for and approved and in all of this.
Right.
And so they changed all of that stuff. And so now they basically treat media like the enemy.
Yeah. But why do you think they do that?
These guys are over here on this other thing. Do what?
Why do you think they do it like that, man?
Oh, I mean, there's two reasons. Number one is to control the narrative. That is their number one goal in all of it, is to always control the narrative.
Who is they?
The message,
when you say they, who are you talking about?
Oh, I mean the Grizzlies.
Not the players on the team. You mean like?
No.
I got you.
The organization.
I got you.
Yeah, the organization.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. The organization wants to control the message. They are hyper concerned about all that stuff, and so they want to make sure that the message conforms to their specific pathway.
Cut him up in his headphones, Zach.
Deviates a little bit from that is not acceptable. And the second thing is they want to avoid any kind of relationship from a media standpoint that would jeopardize their own, Grind City.
Shout out to my friends at Grind City Media.
Paid for. I mean, yeah. I'm not,
Shout out.
I'm not knocking.
No. We friends.
My guy. I like pretty much everyone over there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not
pretty much.
It's nothing personal,
exactly.
but it's just the way it is, It's just the way that's the situation. They have a financial stake in the whole thing, and so they want to control the message, and it's easier for them to control it via their own house deal. And so that's what they do, and it's just amazing how access is so much easier for them within the house, and it's just very difficult outside of it, and they like to control it. They're very controlling in terms of their messaging. So,
like I talked about, I think it's overly controlling because when you got a
it's been overly controlling for years.
I think they're kind of dropping the ball though, because it's like you got a team with guys like Josh Jaron, Dylan, Brandon Clark, these type of guys. Justice Winslow, like you should see these guys anywhere, and you're not. You're. It's like they're putting those guys under a lampshade, so to speak. And it's not. I don't understand it. It's weird.
It's not weird. It's what they do. They want to make sure that they are the ones who have all the control over all that stuff. And so they don't want to get anyone else to be able to experience that and be able to have a different relationship. And for the players, I do wish they would take a cue from Mark, Mike, and guys like that were veterans. There's not really any veterans in there now, but the veterans understand that the team is only your friend as long as your interests and the team interests align. So as long as Ja's doing fine, and as long as Jaren's doing fine, and all that stuff, everything's cool. But like as soon as that stops happening, then the team's interest all of a sudden, might be to get rid of you. It might be to kind of go in a different direction. And now not being able to have an outlet for your own thoughts that aren't necessarily 100% team approved.
Right.
That'd be useful to have. It'd be useful to be able to have that conversation.
That's like all joking aside, that's facts. Because what happens when the team turns on you and you don't have any other media members?
Exactly. It's exactly, and it happens all the time, and that's why like the time when Marc Gasol was mad about what was going on, and
he said he called his own. He said, "No, I don't want to just talk to y'all. I want my own people here." Yep.
Yeah. No. He specifically called a whole bunch of people, but not only that, but I'm talking about like one time in the locker room, he's sitting there going on a just kind of a rant about stuff, and he's just talking, and Jason, who I love Jason. Jason's a great guy. Jason Wallace. Love Jason. So it's nothing against him. He's doing his job. He's just like, all right, Mark. And Mark's like, I got this, Jason. You're good. And he's just like, I'm going to keep talking. And like that's players. Players of a certain veteran
and they all have the right to do that. They all have the right to.
Yeah, it's you can. They don't want to like make. I know. Ja and his folks. There were other opportunities to do certain stories that they didn't do because they didn't want to rub the Grizzlies the wrong way in the initial part of the relationship and all that stuff. So that it's just unfortunate for the fans because you're missing out on other sources of information.
Players just have to realize that the teams work for them. In that particular instance, the teams work for them. They don't work for the teams. Like the PR isn't like Ja's boss.
Right. Well, and good PR is only so far. Depending, it only works for you as long as you're, cool with the organization. But as soon as it's not the case, then
they can create another narrative for you. Exactly.
And you just have to remember that everything that comes out from Grind City is approved by the organization. Everything. So they may try to make it look like it's sort of like the NWO. With WCW back in the day, like they may try to make it look like, we don't have any control over this. Oh, this is they control all of it. Yeah. So you just have to remember that everything is filtered through that lens, and that's fine. I'm not saying that. Like I said,
I ain't mad.
Like I said, hey man, hey man, look, hey, they do a lot of the folks over there. I have great respect for and love and appreciate, and all those guys. CJ. Come on.
The homie
Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace, fantastic. All these guys.
Jessica Benson, quit playing the game.
Yeah. Megan, Jessica, all the
Megan Triplett, quit playing.
So it's not personal for them. They're doing the jobs. But I'm just saying everything is filtered through that lens. And so there's a role for independent, unaffiliated media.
It's a role for pop stars like myself. Who else?
There's a role for pop stars as well.
Who else is a pop star in the city of Memphis, man? Like as far as this concerned, me. What's the lady over? The lady over Spirit Magazine.
Zach's the biggest star.
The lady over Spirit Magazine. She's a pop star too. What's her name, Zach?
I forget her name. Yeah, I know you're talking.
Oh yeah, pop star.
I know who.
Pop star. She don't go by these weird.
Yeah,
rules, man.
I know who you're talking about. I'm drawing a blank right now. I can't think of it
all the time.
Pop star.
Right, We'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll get into the college football side of things because there is definitely a little bit of news. News continues to change around college football almost on a daily, hourly basis. Sometimes some of these games. So we'll take a look at what's happening, what the latest is, and we'll also get set for Adam Kramer, who's coming up as well. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies. We will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you. Napa know-how.
Right now, get a 5-quart jug of Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil and a Platinum Filter for just $22.98. They're an iconic duo like Salt and Pepper, a Hammer and a Nail, or the Holidays and Awkward Hugs. You can't get one without the other. That's Napa Full Synthetic and a Platinum Filter for just $22.98. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa know-how.
General States pricing. Sales price does not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer ends 12/31/20.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for the perfect present? Then head to the perfect place. Stop by your neighborhood Ace and find the best gifts from brands like Steel, Eagle, and Milwaukee, or Traeger, Weber, and Yeti. And to help make sure your gifts are under your tree on time, you can shop in-store, online, or on the Ace app. Pick up in-store, curbside, or get them delivered. Get amazing deals on the best gifts when you wrap it in red at Ace at participating stores.
If ever there was a time for comfort food, this is it. And there's no comfort food like Sunrise on Jefferson. Fresh-made breakfast featuring Sunrise's signature homemade square biscuits or the huge selection of hot, fresh, and fast lunch items are all part of what has always made Sunrise the most comforting of comfort foods in Memphis. Of course, everything that can be done to keep you and the staff safe at Sunrise is a top priority. And you can always order ahead and get delicious Sunrise to go. At a time this confusing, it's good to know there's one thing you can count on: Sunrise.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Putting ourselves together, we're polishing up our act. And if you've ever been held down before, I know you refuse to be held down anymore. Well, don't you let nothing.
GP, are you with me? All right, Michigan had to cancel its game against Maryland this week in the college football world because of at least 12 positive COVID-19 cases, at least 12. And as a result of that, that means they will go for the first time without a home victory this season.
So disappointing.
Now, again, this is a weird year.
Yeah,
granted,
it don't count. This don't count.
But For Jim Harbaugh, I mean, he better hope it doesn't count because that's pitiful.
Yeah.
What a terrible season for Michigan. What a terrible season for Jim Harbaugh. And, boy. There have been announcements. No fans will be at the Rose Bowl. Semifinal, no announcements will be at the Fiesta Bowl as well. Bowls are kind of doing this on a ad hoc sort of basis, figuring this thing out as they go. Friends and family, I think, will be allowed to be in the mix, but
that sounds
no
fair.
other. Which, again, here's my question, though, Sane. So, like, the whole point of the bowl, or the large portion of the bowl, is about ticket sales and, like, tourist dollars, and people talk about what it's going to do for the economies and all that stuff. Without all that, man, it feels like these bowls. I mean, yeah, you got the TV money, but that's not the whole piece of the puzzle. It feels like there's a huge economic gap there that these things are just going to run at a major deficit. Like, there's no money popping in from any of these other sources. Like, that's tough.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like, even with the amount of fans they have coming in, like, you're still not talking about a ton of money, even with just the people you do have in attendance. I just wonder how some of these pro teams are adjusting, colleges are adjusting, because this is and like, I hate to feel sorry for organizations that rack in millions of dollars a year like that, but you kind of wonder how they're going to stay afloat with the lack of people being there. And they're doing things like, selling cardboard cutouts for $75 a seat, or those type of things. And they're just trying to rejuvenate those funds however they can. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's going to be, things are totally different now because of the pandemic, and it's affecting sports big time. It's affecting people being in the seats and ticket sales and all those type of things. So you just wonder how they're going to recoup those funds.
Yeah, you hope that the things get resolved, soon enough for next year. Obviously, you like for things to be back to normal or close to normal. The Knight Commission, which promotes reforms that support the educational mission of college sports, recommended this week that FBS football break away from the NCAA and form a new organization. Said would be. I don't really know. There's a lot about this that's all well and good. The Knight Commission has really no power, unfortunately, in any of this. On top of that, the NCAA is comprised of its member schools, so I don't really. You can't break away from an organization that you are. Like, it's breaking away from yourself. I don't necessarily understand that either. And the NCAA doesn't really control the postseason of college football. It doesn't control the revenue streams or anything like that. The NCAA is sort of I don't know. I'm not even sure how you describe their relationship with the FBS and with the Power 5 conferences and all that stuff. But they're not the bowl playoff system. The CFP is the one that decides all this stuff. So they have the power within the so I'm not really sure what this does. I mean, it's interesting. It makes for some fodder and some discussion or whatever. I'm not sure how they could actually do this, nor do I know what kind of impact this would actually have. Because, basically since the mid-'80s, the NCAA hasn't controlled televising games in college football. It's been about the conferences.
Yeah, I do. Like, when I see this story, I just wonder, like, what exactly does that mean? Like you just said, because they've always been separate. It's just, how far do you think we are from college teams, like, totally pulling away from NCAA? Because it kind of seems like this whole pandemic almost opens the door for that. You know what I mean? Like, this is a perfect opportunity for teams to see, look, we really don't need this governing body. We could do a lot of these things on our own, because we pretty much they've handed this to us to figure out on our own anyway. So why would we need you under normal times? Is what I wonder if schools were ever asked us for, because they could be creative and just do things the way that they want to do them, instead of doing it the way that the NCAA is called for them to do. So I'm interested to see what happens going forward with that whole thing.
Well, the thing is, again, like, I don't know how the NCAA can break away from itself. You're talking about essentially these schools are still part of the NCAA. Like football, so that would just essentially mean that the football teams would be breaking away from their own colleges, because their colleges are the ones who still run this stuff, and they're still part of the NCAA. So, within you talking about like within the team framework, within the school, football would just be completely its own thing, I mean, then you might as well just make it a professional deal because that you've essentially gone away from anything like that. So I honestly, I just don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It sounds good, but I don't think that it really matters a whole lot. We'll talk to our friend Adam Kramer coming up next about college football. Get some picks, get some tips, get some thoughts on what has been a tumultuous last few weeks. We'll do that when we return. Hour number 2 on the way.
Hey folks, I'm Jarrett Carter. My family recently purchased East Memphis Ace Hardware at Quince and White Station, and we're excited to offer the best selection of Big Green Egg and Traeger grills. And then don't forget about our Benjamin Moore Paint Studio and the Garden Center for flowers. Save 60% with our new Duracell key fob replacement program. We have a master locksmith service as well as glass cutting and screen repair. The East Memphis Ace Hardware, located at Quince and White Station behind Three Little Pigs.
Are you shopping for a new watch, an engagement ring, any kind of jewelry at all? What's up, Memphis? This is Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Grizzlies, encouraging you all to shop where I shop, Platinum Jewelers here in Memphis. Platinum Jewelers has a big selection of earrings, stockable rings, luxury watches, necklaces, bracelets, really whatever you need. They do custom jewelry and have 2 locations in the area. One is 545 Perkins Extended in East Memphis. The other is 9387 Poplar next to Fresh Market in Germantown. So if you need anything jewelry related, go to my spot, Platinum Jewelers.
Get fast-acting sore throat relief now in VapoCool Drops Honey Lemon Chill flavor. The only honey lemon drops with max strength and made with real honey for fast-acting sore throat relief. VapoCool Drops Honey Lemon Chill flavor starts working in seconds. Now VapoCool Drops in the flavor you love, Honey Lemon Chill. Make sure your family's prepared for cold and flu season. Get VapoCool Drops on your next grocery store trip. Also available from online retailers. VapoCool Drops Honey Lemon Chill flavor.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor.
The road is everything you want it to be. Everything. As long as what you want is road. To ride your motorcycle on.
Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $79 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
There's a new commissary in town. In Collierville, Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We're still dealing with an accident on I-240 eastbound at Bill Morris Parkway. The left lane and shoulder is blocked. Also, the right shoulder is blocked as well. Still have a crash on Riverdale at State Line Road, crash on Mount Moriah Road between D Road and C Isle Road. Also, we have a crash on Covington Pike at I-40 eastbound. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Hand me down a walking cane. Hand me down my hat. Hurry now and don't be late, 'cause we ain't got time to chat. You and me, we're going out to catch the latest sound.
Welcome back. Hour number 2 is here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5. Pete and Sane with you. One of my favorite times of the week. It's getting better. The morning's getting better. It's mid-40s as you make your way to work. No rain.
Yep.
It's going to be a decent day. Going to get better, though, because our good friend Adam Kramer joins us now from, of course, VSiN, Bleacher Report, at Kegs and Eggs, Golden Tee, you name it. He's there and doing his thing, and he is having himself, hopefully, a nice beginning to his December. Adam, how are you, sir? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was very, very nice. A little different, but very nice. Always good to, turkey, top notch turkey. Actually, going to try and do another one next week because why not, right? It's 2020.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah, well.
Jumping right back into the turkey game. Okay.
I've been wanting to try like a Cajun-style bird, like without offending anyone that may try it. And so I'm jumping back in to kind of, I'm using, 2020 hopefully is the time that everybody's doing something to better themselves or their turkey cooking. So we're gonna take another crack. Yeah, another crack at the bird.
I love it. Jump right back in the mix. Let's make it happen. Terrific stuff. So we were just talking about this in the last segment. College football this year is all about flexibility. Just what can we do? Let's see what happens here. We got to make some quick changes, and so the kind of hipster's choice of Liberty Coastal Carolina. We had game day going to be there. You had the whole thing. It was all set up for the group of 5 spectacular. Then Liberty had to go and get a bunch of COVID. But, welcome to 2020. That's how it is. However, BYU steps in and says, let's go. Let's get it. Let's make that trip across the country. Let's get to, Gilroy or whatever it is, South Carolina. Let's go. And so BYU Coastal Carolina is happening. How do you assess this wild situation and what should be a hell of a game?
Yeah, I made the joke on Twitter, the next time somebody books a game for 2035, just think about this week, right? And then BYU getting it together on 48 hours. Now, granted, I know it's different. Fans, everything else. This is the kind of year for flexibility, but it is striking the way we've been able to react. I mean, as a game, this is awesome. I will say, I don't think necessarily Coastal wants this particular game. I think Coastal wants game day. I think Coastal deserves game day for the year they've had. I think this is a great opportunity for that school. And with Liberty canceling, you had to figure out something or you're going to lose a tremendous opportunity, right? That's not insider information. That's just my vibe. I don't think because I think ultimately as good as Coastal has been, and man, they have been really good. Watch them against App State. Lost on that awful pick 6 in terms of betting. But, I mean, this is a team that's just been solid. I think BYU is on another level. I think BYU, you start to see the difference in athletes.
So are you telling me to take BYU minus the 10.5 is what you're saying?
Yeah, because I think BYU, too, with the way the playoff committee has treated them, and spoiler alert, not well. And I don't know if it matters, I guess, but I just think Zach Wilson, this is a whole new threshold of competition. That said, Coastal's been game, man. I mean, they've been really game, and I think the bigger takeaway beyond, what I think, and there's so many other things. You got a game that's created with 48 hours notice, so that throws a whole variable into the mix. Mm-hmm. But I think the most, the thing, my biggest takeaway is yes. I am excited that this game exists. I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to hopefully write about it. And I think it's a really kind of thrilling measuring stick for both these teams.
Yeah, I would love to see. I think Coastal story is great. It is unfortunate for Liberty. Their story has been very, very good in its own right. They were hit by the COVID situation, but a lot of teams have been hit by COVID situation. Michigan now dealing with it, had to cancel a game against Maryland. At least 12 positive COVID-19 cases in the program, a capper for what has been an absolutely miserable season, up and down. And it seals the fact, Kramer, that Michigan will not have a home win this year. Now,
wow.
COVID obviously has affected everything, but that's a first. And I don't know. You've got some friends in that program. Yeah. Are we at a flex point here?
Yeah, and it's interesting. I think we are. Like, Harbaugh's got a decent buyout, but he's not signed necessarily, for the long term. And so when you start to look at this, what are you going to do? And then the other thing is, what other jobs are going to open, right? If you're Michigan, is Texas going to open? It kind of feels like it might. All of a sudden a year that I thought would probably be low on hirings because of the financial instability of a lot of these programs, well, they may be doling out, huge amounts of money, frankly. Mm-hmm. I just think with Harbaugh, and let's tackle one thing first, which is the idea that Harbaugh would duck Ohio State. All right, that dude, you could make fun of the way he's coached. You could criticize his khakis, his oddities. That ain't him, though. Like, that ain't that guy. I mean, he'll stubbornly and hopefully safely find a way to play that game, right? Like, that's, you can have critiques of Harbaugh. That he doesn't strike me as that kind of guy that would back out of that game. So that's one thing. Me personally, I think you gotta rip the Band-Aid off and do something different. It just feels like a tipping point, right? You've lost this. You've seen it. This is year 6. I remember writing about this a few weeks ago, and you think, like, year 6, man. Coaches normally don't get like half this time to prove it, and so it's just not working. So yeah, he'll get another job. He'll maybe go back to the NFL. I still think like the star isn't necessarily completely out. Like he'll get a crack at something. I just think for everybody, including him, by the way, from a sanity standpoint, you got to do something else because this for whatever reason, and this felt like one of the most home run hires ever at the time. It really did. Just didn't work out how we thought it would.
It's same thing as to an extent Justin Fuente at Virginia Tech. I mean, just
Tom Herman
felt like a home run hire. Yeah, Tom Herman, Texas. Again, these are like around the same time period, very similar, mid 2010s kind of thing. Like, oh, this is no brainer. These are great young. In Harbaugh's case, coming from the NFL, and the other two guys going from an American athletic team up, and all the hype, all the stuff, everything else. And I don't know, man. Herman, it looks like it's done. It's got to be go time for him, I would think. Although Texas is being very coy about the whole thing, and Virginia Tech, I don't know, man. I don't. It just doesn't feel like Fuentes. It feels like the support is gone. Like he felt like his legs have been kicked out from under him, and I don't know why it hasn't worked either. I think he's a good coach, but man, it has not worked. Period.
Those are 3 of the most like no-brainer hires of the last 10 years. At the time, like me personally, those are 3 of the hires that I looked at that said I'd be surprised if this failed. The one that is probably, I mean, Harbaugh's had his moments, right? And here's the thing with Harbaugh. Ohio State is on a run, okay? Like, Ohio State is on, like, a historic run. And you get beat up by somebody in your own division repeatedly. It's your rival. It makes for a good headline. Like, Michigan's supposed to lose to Ohio State. Like right now. That's just the way it goes. Herman, I get Oklahoma is good. But to lose to some of the teams that they've lost to not recruit and develop the way they've had, it's just, that's the one that probably feels the most shocking. Even with Harbaugh aside, Harbaugh's won a lot of he's had some good years. Texas, frankly, outside of a quick couple of moments here, has never felt all that close to what we thought they would be. So, and then Fuente, obviously, it just has never quite gotten close to what we thought. It's hard. I mean, this is why when we do this hiring season, and you and I have talked about it for many cycles now, Chip Kelly, right? How many times have we said about Chip Kelly? Yes, this is going to, we have no idea. We have no idea. And the reality is the overwhelming majority of these are going to fail. And at some point down the line, all of these are going to fail.
Yeah, it's very rare that a coach leaves a school under happy circumstances, like for one reason or another. Just very, very rare. These things are always inevitably going to end up swirling down the drain. All right, so let's get into a few more of these spreads here, Adam Kramer. The Ohio State situation, it appears the game is going to go on. Ohio State is dealing with a lot of issues. Obviously, this game. The next week, Michigan, and whether ducking or not ducking, and I would agree with you. I don't think anything about ducking. Michigan has got a big COVID problem, so that game may not happen. Ohio State's played 4 games. This will be 5. That'll be it. They wouldn't be eligible for the Big Ten championship game. They might be able to pop a 6th game in there as a data point, but that's still 6-0. A couple things here. Number one, how many games is enough for the playoff committee? Like how many games can you miss? Can you have a 5-0 team or even a 6-0 team that can eclipse a 9-0 or 10-0 team, even if it's a group of 5 like a Cincinnati or something like that? Is that fair? And secondly, would you think that Ohio State is motivated because of their circumstances to just beat the ever-loving crap out of Michigan State to try to send a message while they can?
Yes, I do. And let's start there. What I'm interested with is, who's available, right? Like we know they have had COVID issues. This happens like right around game time or an hour or two before games as they're taking the field. If you're interested in gambling on this game, I encourage you to follow kind of the beat writers for Ohio State. And because what you'll find out beforehand or, a couple hours, like, hey, Ohio State's going to be about, this position or X starters. So, yes, I think that they're encouraged to. That said, they have not been brilliant this year. Like, they have not. Justin Fields is great. The Indiana game, was that a really bad 30 minutes or was that something else? But their defense against Rutgers allowed a lot of points. Like, this has not been a perfect team. But when it comes to games in the playoffs, the part that's frustrating, this is a weird year, so you're just going to have to do what you can if you're the committee. I'm not going to criticize the committee for that because this is bizarre. I think if Texas A&M would have had a better offensive output last week, I think they would have jumped them. And I think that would have been a really good message, frankly, that people are playing and we're making. Ohio State is in this position because they're Ohio State. If this is Michigan State, if this is Iowa, if this is Penn State, I don't think they're even close. They're in this position because they have Justin Fields, because they have Ryan Day, and because of the brand that they're wearing on their helmet. And that's the part that's hard to overcome. So what is the prerequisite games? I have no idea, but it's more. It has to be more.
It's got to be more. It's got
to be more, and I don't know what will happen with the Michigan game. It doesn't seem like it's trending particularly well. But you're right. They could still squeeze in a game. They might even be able to play like Wisconsin in like a scrimmage or something the following week, which would be kind of exciting. You're going to need something like that, and you're going to need to show out. This is a hugely important game for them, and that's odd to say against Michigan State as what, a 24-point favorite.
Mm-hmm. They have things to prove. There's no question about that. Adam Kramer joining us to talk a little college football. From a pure spread standpoint, and then from a playoff standpoint too. I don't Texas A&M and Auburn. That line has moved in Texas A&M's direction to about 6.5 right now as I look at it on the old the FanDuel Sportsbook app. And can you trust either of these teams? Is Texas A&M are they good? They're not good against the spread. Are they good enough? It feels like that 4th spot is just wide open, Adam. And I could make a case for all these teams. And I would say the best case to me is Florida, except for that one little problem that Texas A&M beat Florida. I don't believe in Texas A&M, but that's a hard data point to overcome.
Okay, this spread is the siren going off, right, and everybody panicking. And when you look at it, it's actually not. We have overrated Texas A&M. Now the win over Florida, which I was on that money line too. That felt nice. That's a great win.
Nice. Yeah.
But when you look at the rest of the season, okay, you beat Vanderbilt 17-12 in one of the oddest results of the year. You lost to Alabama by 30. They were actually competitive for a while in that game. Then they got just absolutely crushed. That was a different Alabama team. You beat woeful Mississippi State by 2 touchdowns. You beat Arkansas by 11, although Arkansas kind of backdoored that game, which was outstanding. You crushed South Carolina, and you were unimpressive against Louisiana State. I like Auburn in this game a lot. I think that we're obsessing over the results, but when you look at the schedule they've had, Mississippi State, Arkansas, South Carolina, Louisiana, LSU in a rainstorm. What about that? No offense to Arkansas, who's been fun, and they were competitive in that game. What about that schedule jumps off to you? People are going to look at this line, think about the Iron Bowl, say, "Oh, Auburn stinks." And Auburn might stink, but Auburn. This is like the ultimate Auburn situation, where they find a way to make this close. And I think this is going to be a really ugly.
Are you saying take the money
game.
line? Are you saying take the money line? Are you saying?
I think it's
Auburn
very
line?
live. I do. Yeah, I think it's very live. I think it's live. This total says everything I need to know about this game. 48.5. You know what I mean? Like, that's a low Bo Nix running around goofily, probably sailing 2 to 3 throws over wide open receivers, making you want to rip up your ticket, and yet Auburn finding a way to keep it close and cover here.
Well, I'm with you, and I'm so with you that I just placed a bet myself on my FanDuel Sports.
Just right now.
Just right now, literally as we talk. I just bet on
work.
Auburn money line because I agree with you. I think that's. I was kind of on the fence there, and you talked me into it. I like that bet because it's a plus 195, so you can basically get a 2-for-1 shot for your money. With what is a very live possibility there. So I very much like that. I was going to say, speaking of FanDuel Sportsbook, because I love them, proud sponsor, terrific folks over there. They've been really good to me. And I will just say this. One thing I cannot recommend enough to any of you out there, and Kramer, I know you've got your ways of doing this. Folks here in Tennessee can do it legally. If you can drive to Tennessee, you can do it legally with FanDuel Sportsbook. Bet live. Bet the game live. Because they are doing live betting throughout the game. The odds are constantly shifting based on what's happening. And if you play it right, you can get a jump on what's happening and bet the game live based on guys who are playing, aren't playing, etc. Especially now more than ever, because as we talked about, that Ohio State game, games like that where you have some serious questions about who's going to be available. That's a good way to go. So I've known a lot of folks, and I myself have taken advantage of it. That live betting is a real good option, and they've got it for you. So check it out again. FanDuel Sportsbook app. Get that app. Use promo code BIGHEAD for a risk-free first bet up to $1,000. If you don't win, they give it back to you in site credit. It's fantastic. So check it out. Promo code BIGHEAD. FanDuel Sportsbook, and you can check it out. Terms do apply. It's non-transferable. Got to be used within a week. If you have problem gambling, 1-800-889-9789 for our friends at FanDuel Sportsbook. But Adam, live betting, right? I mean, does that not make sense? Like when you're about 5 minutes into the game, and you say, "Oh, you know what? Oh, this guy's not playing. That guy's not playing. I'm gonna go ahead and make my move now."
If you play it right, I certainly for me this year, I've done a lot more first half, second half wagers when I get to size up teams a little bit and size up games, and then live betting as well. I mean, you can not only really hedge your losses well, but you can really put yourself in great position throughout a game if you can manage it. I know, and it's hard for me. There's so much going on throughout. I'm trying to watch all these games. But if you really focus in on the game, and I know a couple of people who are really good at it, you can have every which way and every which side and kind of just jigsaw your puzzle way into profit if you're very good. So yeah, it also makes it fun. If you don't get in on a game, if you want to get in on a game, you have a reaction to something you've seen. Yeah, totally. I'm with you, man. I
love it. Florida, Tennessee is is there any hope here for Tennessee to do anything other than just get absolutely trashed by Florida?
Yeah, I think there's a possibility of not getting trashed. Florida has not been as explosive, I would say, right? Is that fair? I mean, they're still looking good. the quarterback discrepancy is large. Is that an understatement? I guess when
They
you talk
can't
about
play
what
Garantano. You got to go with Harrison Bailey at this point. There's no reason to play Garantano. There's just no reason.
Oh yeah, if you're Tennessee, I mean, this is fire every bullet in the gun, throw the gun kind of a situation, right? Like you just got to do what you got to do. You've lost 5 in a row. Yeah, it's time to go. Tennessee has not been great against the spread. In fact, lately I think they've been awful against the spread. And so
5-1 against the spread this year. So,
well, and yet I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the home game. This is another point spread that frankly feels a little small. I think if you ask most people to look at this game and say, who do you like, they'd probably just jump on the Florida side. Now, I'm not advocating jumping on the Tennessee side because I
just bet Florida. I just bet Florida, by the way, just for the record. So
okay, good. So you are doing the thing that I'm talking about. People are doing, which might be the smart thing to do. By the way, it just feels like a pretty massive. Like a massive talent discrepancy, probably an even larger coaching discrepancy. What would you say is the bigger discrepancy here, talent or coaching? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say the answer is yes. I think the biggest discrepancy is coaching because of the disconnect. I don't think Jeremy Pruitt is necessarily a dumb coach or a bad coach per se, but I think he's a bad manager of situations, bad manager of game situations, bad manager of people. It would appear they've really just botched this quarterback situation terribly throughout the season. Going with Garantano last year, then out, then back in, then now the same thing this year, in, then out, then around, and it's you know what you have with him. I mean, it's infuriating to watch. So. And I just don't get the sense there's a lot of motivation. You're seeing some, decommits now from Tennessee. It looks like the party is getting close to being over.
Yes, it does. Look, Florida has not been, Vanderbilt and Kentucky. I'd say were not particularly great games for Florida. Now they won one game by 21 points, and they were really in pretty much control of Kentucky after. You see how the coach is going after it on the sideline a little bit because the defense was giving up yards. So we're being harsher critics, I guess. That said, not the same flow and vibe that we've had in previous weeks. So maybe Tennessee can grind it out here. It's probably a stay away for me.
I'm curious the situation Memphis Tulane for our friends here who are watching. This game, Tulane dealing with a coaching instability, let's just say, because their offensive coordinator will be the head coach over at Southern Miss, and Willie Fritz is out there, just doing the best he can to put this thing together. And they've had a nice year, had a very nice year, and been very successful. Tulane, not bad at all. Meanwhile, for the University of Memphis, who is a 1.5 point underdog in this game. It's been a strange year. Good a win, but not a good game necessarily against Navy. But it's the first time they've won at Navy, so that's something. Memphis 6-2 this year, but 2-6 against the spread. What do you think?
I like Tulane. I've liked Tulane less as the week has progressed for some of the reasons that you mentioned. My concern with Memphis. You've got a 6-win team, which is great, right? 6 wins is good, especially in a year like this. Mm-hmm. The problem is the last 2 of the last 3 games have not been good. You beat South Florida by 1. That was the odd one where they were 17, 18 point favorites.
Yeah.
And then even the Navy game where you only scored 10 points is a little bit concerning because this is not the typical Navy team where that would be deemed a good win, I could say, right? So that's concerning there. Tulane, like you said, is really game. I mean, they're 5-5, but a lot of these games that Tulsa lost, they should have won. They've played a pretty tough schedule for the most part. I kind of like Tulane here, but again, there's some, like you mentioned with the coaching, there's just a couple of variables that are concerning. Pretty interesting game. I don't know how, if we were to go into this year, how many people would have said, like, hey, Tulane's going to be a slight favorite over Memphis, right? That's the part that I think is most curious. It's basically going to be close to probably a pick 'em at the time it goes off. I probably lean Tulane, but again, that's kind of leaking confidence here the closer we get to the actual matchup.
Do you have any other quick ones before we go? I do want to mention a shout out to Kansas. And Kansas going for a really strong season this year. They are 0-8 on the record book and 0-8 against the spread, and that's a hard thing to do. Tremendous stuff. They are a 26.5-point underdog against Texas Tech. So I'm thinking about maybe just laying the lumber just to honor
history.
A season like that. Yeah, it's history. In the making, folks.
History is being made. Couple quick ones. Fun game tonight. This is App State, Louisiana is a really good game. One of the best games on the card. I like App State. I'm still a believer in them. Go back to that Coastal game a few weeks ago. Yes, they lost. Yes, they didn't cover. Pick six, other weirdness in that game. I'm getting back on the horse. I like TCU. This line has moved around all over the place against Oklahoma State. We mentioned Memphis kind of leaking oil a little bit. I've gotten the same vibe from Oklahoma State. I think TCU is an interesting one. I don't know what to do with West Virginia, Iowa State, but I kind of lean West Virginia there. I think West Virginia is another team that people like. And the one that I'm just going to take, Michael Penix is out for Indiana. Yep. But that line being 14 feels crazy to me. It just feels like too much.
It does.
So take Indiana, going to take the points, and even with a backup quarterback, I think that's too many. I think Indiana's good in other places.
I would agree. Unfortunately, it's a shame for them because what a season.
Yeah,
what a
that's
season.
A huge bummer.
It's awful for them. My friend, thank you very much as always, and I wish you luck in all capacities, financially, work-wise, everything else this weekend. I hope we can all do well. We'll meet again next week, and hopefully with a little more money in our banks.
Amen. Sounds good, buddy.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. He's Adam Kramer joining us at Kegs and Eggs on Twitter. When we return, a look ahead to the college basketball realm because there is also action there tonight as well. The Tigers back in action, trying to continue the momentum that they picked up on Wednesday.
Yep.
We'll discuss that and a few other ones as we continue here on Sports 56 Mornings. Pete and Sane with you.
Sports Time with Wallow and Stats. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today, 6482 Poplar Avenue just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Water damage to your home or business can be an absolute nightmare. And the faster you remove the standing water, the faster you can prevent secondary damage. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services specializes in water extraction. They have been a trusted name in the Mid-South for over 20 years. They are a Memphis-based company ready to serve your needs with their 24-hour emergency response. They are always on call and will respond within an hour. They work with most insurance companies and are the official restoration contractor of the Memphis Tigers home team. Landmark Construction and Emergency Services can't prevent disasters in your home and at your business, but their water damage team will certainly respond quickly to minimize and restore the damage. Call 901-452-0390. That's 901-452-0390 or online at landmarkco.org.
Good news. Southland Casino is now back open. That's right. The most spacious casino floor in the Mid-South is ready to welcome you back to the action with live blackjack, roulette, craps, and all your favorite slots. The action kicks off every day at 9 a.m. and rolls all the way till 5 o'clock the next morning. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make the short drive to Southland. We're ready for you. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, committed to helping keep your facilities safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got new accidents on the roadways this morning. Accident on Poplar Avenue at Aaron Brenner Drive. Also, accident on Perkins Road at 9 Arnold Road. And then we have a crash on Bill Morris Parkway eastbound at Forest Hill Irene. The left lane is blocked. That's Bill Morris Parkway eastbound at Forest Hill Irene. The left lane is blocked there. And that is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Just like my love everlasting. Yeah. Hour number 2 rolls on. Saying when you can start betting these games.
I'm glad you said that. I was going to ask you about this segment because I got the FanDuel app, then I got the FanDuel Sportsbook app. But I put $30 in the regular FanDuel app, but it didn't show up in the Sportsbook app.
Yeah, you got to put it in the Sportsbook app.
How I do that?
If you just contact their customer service, I did the same thing, and they refund it to you, and then you just put it back in the other. They can't switch it, but they can refund it.
Why are there two different apps? None of that makes sense. I don't understand that.
But because the long and the short of it is essentially that Google and Apple right now in their various app stores restrict the availability of gambling apps, even where gambling is legal, like in Tennessee. There are 8 or 9 states where it's legal now. It's still restricted in the app store, so you can't. So you download the FanDuel, like fantasy sports app, or the DraftKings or whatever else you got out there. There's all these different ones. You could download the fantasy sports app, but not the gambling app, and then you have to go and get that app. So that's the separation there. That's why you have to go to their website. It's the easiest thing, just to go to the FanDuel Sportsbook website and click the link there, and then download it separately. And that's the easiest thing to do. So once they allow it, they'll eventually allow those to be in the App Store. But for now, that's the easiest way to do it. But I did the same thing, saying, and they were it was very easy. I sent them an email, and they refunded it like within seconds. It didn't take long. So
all right, bet.
So you're good to go there. Pop it in there.
I'm betting on some games this week. I need that easy money, bro.
It won't get easier than yesterday, but it's still you'll be able to do the best you can. You're gonna bet on the Tigers tonight in action in the college basketball world.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
I mean, you could if you want to. It's up to you, obviously.
Let me add this to my list of stuff to do while on the air. Let me go ahead and do that now.
The Tigers are in action tonight, and I think after we saw the other the game on Wednesday, against Arkansas State, they'll play Central Arkansas tonight. They are, for those that are interested in that sort of thing, 21.5 point favorite in the game. I do think that they might have unlocked a little something. I'll be curious to see if today they get information. There was some thought from Penny earlier in the week that DeAndre Williams, there may be some news on his availability and his eligibility sometime today. So the thought, keep an eye on things and see if he becomes available. If he is, he's been practicing with the team, so he'd be ready to just pop him right in.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he'd be a big potential difference maker for this team. They do have they do have pieces. They've got pieces. Just fitting those pieces together, that's been the key. And maybe he's the guy that can help to be that glue guy. I think he might be. The way his skills kind of mesh pretty well with some of these guys. We'll see if he becomes available. If not this game, then there is thought that the NCAA is going to allow kind of a blanket approval of all waivers this year because of the COVID situation. So then at least later this month, he's probably going to be able to jump back in.
Yeah, I think that he definitely makes the team better. I'm not buying the excuse that they need him because I think this team doesn't have a lack of talent. I think they have an abundance of talent. I think if anything, they've underperformed with the amount of talent that they have. So, of course, if you add more, you think that they'd be better. And I think that, like you said, the skill set would seem to kind of mesh some things together and make a lot of things they do easier. But they still should look better than they look on the court. Of the 3 games,
I agree with that. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I think that VCU loss was the only bad loss they have, but even with that, they still should. I just see so many issues with that team, just as constructed, just with their mentality, their chemistry. But I do hope to see Williams get back soon because he looked very good in some of the
I think I think it is kind of an underperformance, but you see that a lot. With teams that have talent that doesn't mesh, you can use a larger example. You look at the very first days of LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. They were 9-8 when they played the Grizzlies. And Rudy Gay hit that game winner the first year that LeBron was there. That they were in crisis mode. I remember the post game of that, and they were in crisis mode. Everyone was freaking out and all that. How does this talent? It doesn't mesh. Sometimes it does take a little bit of time, and sometimes it does take that little extra something. And they all credit Udonis Haslem for being the mesh guy, the guy that finally kind of got everybody together. I think they need somebody like that to kind of just straighten it out a little bit. Somebody on the court who could just kind of, or maybe even in the locker room, who just kind of gets everybody in their place, in the right fit within and cuts through all the stuff about NBA futures and trying to impress and trying to do certain things or whatever. Cuts through all that stuff and just kind of says all right, hey, we need to play. The better we play as a team, the better we're all going to look for the NBA. And maybe he can do that, maybe not. I don't know, but they need somebody like that to make that happen.
Yeah, we'll see tonight what they do. It's another home game for the Tigers. I'm sure the attendance will probably look pretty much like the way it did last game. Hoping they don't do the in-arena music. I mean, in-arena crowd noise like they did.
I hope they don't do
last
any music in the air. Maybe they should just play music.
Yeah,
Maybe they should do like the street ball thing and just have the guy on the court just be like,
Yeah.
"Oh baby,
Yeah,
oh cross the ball, oh."
The guy from Memphis Madness. I can't think of his
Yeah,
name.
that's Max. Yeah, Alex. Alex.
First 48. First 48. You remember that? First 48. His name is God. What is his name? Jesus Christ, I can't think of that guy's name for nothing. But yeah, just let that guy be out there, man. Just leave the band and blowing aerosols all over the place. Yeah, just have him out there. I can't think of that guy's name for nothing, man. He's like been Penny's go-to guy for Memphis Madness ever since he's been here.
Tigers, are you ready?
Yeah, that guy.
Central Arkansas, are you ready?
And every time I start laughing, his name pops up in my head. Man, what is that dude's name, man?
Oh, I mean that's what we need. That's what we need to take it to the next level. Come on,
Yeah,
come on,
why
let's
not,
go,
man. Just lead the band.
Come on, let's go.
Kill the in-arena sounds with the with the loop that has a pause in the in-arena sounds. Yeah, let's get away from all that, man. But yeah, the Tigers should win easily tonight, of course. Yeah, we just hope to see them do better. Here's my question for you, Peter Emerson, as far as tonight's game is concerned. We heard Coach Penny Hardaway say that Landers Nolley did not play for disciplinary reasons. What is your starting lineup tonight? Does DJ Jeffries come off the bench? How does the starting lineup look tonight?
Yeah, the disciplinary reasons meant that he didn't start. I think he started. Assuming that's all squared away, then he starts, right?
Yeah, but what's your lineup?
Well, I still think you got to go Boogie and Damian Baugh in the backcourt. Then I would have Landers Nolley. I would try Landers Nolley at the 3. Then I'd try DJ at the 4, and I'd try Musa at the 5. I mean, that to me is the most logical group. And I'll bring in Lester off the bench. I'll bring in Alo off the bench. I'll bring in Dandridge, Lance Thomas, et cetera, off the bench. I like the way that group theoretically works, but I think it has to be pretty clear that DJ's got to play as a 4. And that's not, Penny's offense is pretty spread out, so that doesn't mean he's
right in the post or anything. Yeah.
A post, yeah. I'm not saying that, but he has to be in that role. I think that's better for him.
Mm-hmm. So you think that?
What do you think?
You think that Lester comes off the bench and that?
Yeah, I think Lester comes off the bench. I don't. Again, I'm just not seeing what he's bringing to the table here. What's he bringing to the play?
Hey, the plus minus, man.
We already talked about it. We already disputed that whole thing. I'm not. No. That's not happening. So, no.
Well, I think that's the best lineup as well. But I would not be surprised to see a Damian Baugh, Boogie Ellis, Landers Nolley. No, I'm sorry, Lester, Landers at the 4 maybe, and or Lester at the 4, and you know what I'm trying to say, and
I understand,
and Landers at the 3, and Musa. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that with DJ coming off the bench. That's probably not what's going to happen, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that either. But yours,
yeah, I think it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think they've got to find chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
That's the number one thing. They've got to find chemistry right here. So however that happens, whatever needs to happen for that, that's what has to happen. Yep. I mean, they got to find groups that play well together for a consistent period of time. And I think. And Penny, the other thing is that offensively, he's talked about how the point guard position has to improve. I do think that offensively he's going to have to diversify the point of attack a little bit. I think, the idea that this is an offense that strictly has to run as a high screen, point guard, dribble drive and dish, kick out, then attack the closeout kind of thing. I just don't think that in and of itself is what needs to happen with this group. I think you need to see a little more diversity, a little more mid-post play, a little more weak side movement, screen the screener actions, cross screen actions, stuff that just opens guys up, gets them on the move a little bit, gets them a little more.
Get some easier baskets, man. It seems like everything is they're laboring to score every basket. Yeah.
Do you think
because the two guys that are involved in the play, so like you have whoever the big is, whoever the screener is for the screen and roll, you have those two involved, and then you have the guys that are kind of everyone else. The other people are just kind of hanging out. Like there's not a lot other stuff going on. It feels like guys are kind of taking turns being involved, but they're not all integrated into the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the players have like set plays that they want to go to? You know, I understand like Penny has an offense to run, but do you think there is like a couple of set plays where the players hope? Well, I'm in my mind, I'm thinking to myself that they can all get on one accord with this, where they say, okay, look, all right, this ain't running. Let's go with the play that we ran in practice where all of us kind of understand and just kind of just run that through until we can figure out the difficult one that we haven't struggled with. Is there a play out there, or are they capable of doing that?
I don't think so. Because I think the evidence would indicate that they are not. I mean, maybe, but I don't see it right now. I don't see it because there's what have they done? Like, what have they been able to do? What have you what have you seen that would indicate that they're capable of doing that? They don't. They seem to me, from what I can tell, they're not a super high IQ team when it comes to offense. There's a lot of guys driving into blind alleys. There's a lot of guys that seem to have put their head down or take some bad contested shots, not within the flow of the offense. I don't think that they're like, there's not John Moran out there who can kind of read the situation and figure out, okay, well, how are we going to do this? And there's none of that. I don't think so. No, I think, and I'm not saying Penny's got to call plays all the time, but I do think that they have to get more guys involved on a regular basis.
Yeah, you don't want them out there just being a drill sergeant from the sideline, but they do need some occasional structure. They seem really like there's just way too much freedom. Question for both of you guys: do you think we see another good performance and just continual growth from Musa Cisse tonight against another team with looks to be lesser competition?
I hope so. I don't know why not. I think he's really done a nice, he's on a nice path, and against these lesser teams, I think he should dominate. Like he's so long and big, and he's got good feel for it. Man, I think he's terrific, and he moves really well. Like I like the way he moves. Like he's not lumbering or anything like that. He's got good athletic movement. I think he looks good. Yeah, I think he continues.
I think so. I still, I'm still a little bit worried about his offensive game, but I think his prowess on the defensive side, you just can't, you can't shy away from that. Like he's literally a game wrecker for the opponent on the defensive side. So I think he does take a next step. He's still, again, like he's still a freshman, y'all. So like just take it easy on him, man. Like he's still a freshman, he's still learning how play college basketball. But I think he does take another just a little bit of a growth in this game as well.
There's a text that I'm gonna address as well, but I'm gonna throw this out to you guys. Is this the DJ Jeffries breakout game? Is this a game where the DJ has 20 plus?
I hope so.
No.
I hope so, man.
Peter, based on nothing, says no.
I'm still leaning on my theory of when guys go to the bench for poor play, they come out the next game with a better idea of mentality of getting involved. So I'm hoping I'm hoping that's the case for him.
We'll see.
So
we shall see. Let's we'll come back and get to another text or two because there's some good thoughts on the text line 67129. We'll get to it when we return. Real Sports Talk, Sports 5696.1 98.5.
Memphis Tiger fans, catch the Blue and Gray Show with John Stacey and Drew Barrett Sunday nights from 5 till 7 right here on Sports 56, 98.5 and 96.1.
I'm a big fan of Town Village, and there is always something to do year-round. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $24.50. The Gourmet Chef welcomes you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, monthly coffee club, theme dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel or Bo at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
You know what sounds good? Fresh sandwiches and salads, homemade soups and desserts. And you know where to find all this delicious food? Paradise Cafe at Poplar and Ridgeway in the Regalia Shopping Center. The name says it all. Paradise Cafe makes their food fresh. Salads, sandwiches, cookies, and brownies. Hand-selected fruit, pimento cheese, even 4 kinds of chicken salad. The homemade soups change daily. They're said to be the best in the city. Try the signature turkey burger on ciabatta or shrimp salad on a croissant. Then top it off with a low-fat shake. Paradise Cafe has 11 kinds. Paradise Cafe, open Monday through Saturday, 10:30 to 2:30. Observing current social distancing guidelines with patio seating. Curbside pickup and delivery are also available. Fresh and homemade for you. That's Paradise Cafe in the heart of East Memphis at Poplar and Ridgeway inside the Regalia Shopping Center. You know what sounds good? Paradise Cafe.
Make your next grill your last grill with the Big Green Egg. You can smoke, bake, roast, sear, or grill. It's amazing. Ceramic will not rust, but will provide the best radiant heat, keeping your food crisp on the outside and juicy on the inside. Just ask Big Green Egg users how great the food is. And it comes with a lifetime guarantee. Make your next grill your last grill by purchasing a Big Green Egg at any of the following stores: Cordova Ace Hardware, Hamilton's Fireplace and Grills, Garden Spas and Pool, Germantown Hardware, and East Memphis Ace Hardware.
I want to invite you to come by the Spirit Shop. You know, that little log cabin on Poplar, your liquor and wine oasis. The Spirit Shop has been providing sports fans their beverage needs since way back in 1969. So come in now and get ready for the big game. Whether your favorite team wins or loses, the Spirit Shop will help you celebrate or ease that pain away. The Spirit Shop is open every day, and they're located perfectly at 4848 Poplar. That's the corner of Poplar and St. Nick.
Are you looking for a dependable car at a fair price and guaranteed financing approval? Then you need to make your way to Collierville Auto Center, where one price shopping is the name of the game. Family owned and operated, Collierville Auto Center has been in the business for over 20 years and is proud to serve the people of this area. Collierville Auto Center is stocked with over 50 units, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and Highlines. Looking for a particular type of vehicle? Collierville Auto Center offers a locator service with 72-hour turnaround service. With over 30 years in the automotive industry, Scott Martin would be happy to show you how their affordable pricing and guaranteed financing can work for you. Come see Scott and his professional staff of Terry, Branson, Q for your car needs. Conveniently located at 651 West Poplar Avenue, Collierville Auto Center is situated where Highway 72 meets Poplar and Collierville. Please look them up on the web at ColliervilleAutoCenter.com. Call at 901-853-0240 or simply come and see them for an outstanding car buying experience. At Collierville Auto Center, they're here for you.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Financially, and still keep your money.
67129 on the text line.
We got some nice texts to talk about.
Yes. Texter says, come on, guys. It'll take time for this team to gel. talking about the University of Memphis basketball team.
Right.
DJ missed the ending of the season last year. Your go-to player's gone to the NBA. You're inserting new players into your system. With COVID, there was limited time to gel and work with the players during the offseason. They're working through defining roles in chemistry as they play now.
I call
think
crap.
that's
I call crap on it. That's every team in college basketball. Like
that's true.
I mean, there's nothing going on in Memphis that you don't see everywhere. And you're talking about two guys, Landers Nolley and Musa Cisse. Everyone else is a returning core that was here 2-3 years together. They were here last year, and Alo's been here longer than that. So I'm not. No, there's nothing. This isn't new team chemistry issues with Memphis. This is just guys who don't have good chemistry together, and it's obvious. I mean, Penny said it himself. It's guys who are playing for themselves. I mean, what he just described is the same thing that's going on with literally every college in the country. And there are some colleges.
Well, some teams have more guys in bigger, in more important roles to work in than others. I mean, some teams don't have that. Another texter says, in my opinion, but again, they're also there's a third guy who isn't eligible but who's playing a lot in practice.
In practice, which also throws things off. I will say that the fact that you got a guy who's like the man in practice and can't play in games, but you're working in sets with him, that you definitely see the issue with that on the court.
Another texter says, in my opinion, Penny subs too quick and the players can't get into a flow.
Totally agree. He's playing too many dudes too.
I think there's a lot of coaches that do that. That was a big Cal thing. Like, let's just yank a dude out. Just I like guys to have a little bit of a
get into a flow, a rhythm.
A little bit. I mean, within reason, obviously.
Don't make guys play like they know if they miss a shot, they might get yanked out. Let them play freely and know that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then some, but then the leash is inconsistent because some guys, it took a while for like Alo to be like taken out of the mix when he's not bringing anything to the table. Lester, same thing. Like there's a lot of guys that just seem like they're not held to the same standard or whose ropes are different or whatever. I don't get that. So that's part of it as well. I think it's got to be consistent across the board. Production should matter a lot. Hour number 3 on the way. Kari Thompson going to join us. We're going to talk to Kari about a number of different things, including an attempt at a state championship that did not necessarily go as expected, plus a whole lot more as we continue. Hour number 3, presented by our friends at Acura Memphis, is next.
The folks at Homer Skelton Hyundai want to say thank you. Thank you, Memphis, for another spectacular year. They set records, but I can understand why. You think about the product. Where else do you get a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty? That's what you get on every new car at Homer Skelton Hyundai. Oh, and thank you again for the 11th straight year, the #1 certified pre-owned car dealership in all of Memphis. It starts with that product, but then it goes to the shopper assurance. Where else do you go where you get transparent pricing, flexible test drive, take the car for a couple of days if you want, streamlined buying process? You're not going to be there all day, in and out. And then, and I have not seen this anywhere else, the 3-day worry-free exchange. You buy a new car, if you've got any buyer's remorse, you've got 3 days to change your mind. Just get on Lamar, take it into Mississippi, the first exit's Craft Road, turn left, and go see Chris True and all the gang at Homer Skelton Hyundai.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone, where we've got more ways to get what you need fast and take care of that fall tune-up. With our free same-day store pickup, you can order online and pick it up today at your local AutoZone. Or we can bring it to you with our free next-day delivery. Just order on AutoZone.com by 10 p.m. and we'll have it at your front door the next day. Getting your job done just got easier. Free next-day delivery on eligible orders. Restrictions at AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
In today's world, a lot is going on, but one thing is always true. You need to take care of yourself. The skin clinics can help. Age, diet, genetics, and current events can conspire to make you look and feel much older than you are. It doesn't have to be that way. Call the skin clinics and let their expertly trained nurses, estheticians, and staff choose the treatment that best suits you and your pocket. There's so much you can do. Consider skin resurfacing and rejuvenation. lash extensions and specialty brows, injectables, medical-grade chemical peels, laser hair reduction, waxing, facials, makeup applications, and even services just for men. The Skin Clinics has it all in a caring, safe environment, always observing current social distancing guidelines. Go to theskinclinic.com to find out more and call today for your appointment at 901-345-SKIN. That's 901-345-SKIN. Taking care of yourself is good for you and your loved ones. Come to the Skin Clinics, 1300 Wolf Park Drive in Germantown.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Chris Price here for Brian Elder Roofing. The storms we've had over the past several months have been devastating to our communities. The rainy season is ahead. You may have not even noticed the dripping in your attic, water stains throughout your home, or even worse, mold and mildew. Please call Brian Elder Roofing and we will send out our project managers to assess any damage. We will not try to sell you a roof if all you need is a repair. We will measure your roof from outer space. 0% for 60 months, even no payments till 2022 are available with approved credit. If you've noticed missing shingles, water stains, leaks in your roof, call us before you call your insurance company at 867-0303. That's 867-0303, and we will provide a free, thorough inspection of your roof's condition.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
At Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and they are offering the Golden Opportunity December to Remember sales event.
Thanks, Stats. December to Remember is our biggest sales event of the year. We've got great deals on leases, special financing, 0% interest on 2020s and 2021s. Come see us at Lexus of Memphis.
Thank you, Brian, and happy holidays to all and Merry Christmas, and we look so forward to 2021 and this year to forget 2020, but we look forward to 2021 at Lexus of Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway and online at lexusofmemphis.com.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
Still dealing with the accident on Poplar Avenue at Aaron Brenner Drive. Accident on Perkins Road at Knight Arnold Road, and a crash on 385 eastbound at Forest Hill. Irene left lane is blocked. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Oh, yeah. This is my kind of funk right here. Hit it, Zane.
I'm good.
Oh, come on. Nothing?
Nope. Man, my
like the
FanDuel
song?
Sports app is man, I'm
You don't
done,
like the
man.
song?
I love the song, but I'm mad because my FanDuel app ain't like. I don't think I'm meant to be a gambler, bro. I think that might be what it is. Because I log in and it's saying, unfortunately, we're not able to verify you, and it did the same thing yesterday. This says contact customer support. Then it
Do you
says,
have your you have your location on?
No, I'm done, man. I'm done trying to be a gambler. My short-lived gambling career ended.
It's not. You did,
Man, I've been trying this for like 2 weeks, bro. I'm done. man.
You haven't even tried to ask. You've asked me like once. You haven't helped me. I can help you with this stuff.
Why it won't verify me? It verified me. It did the same thing yesterday. Then I went back in it and it said I was fine.
Did you check your is your location on?
Then I'm getting email. Yeah. Then I'm getting email saying that you're welcome. You just logged in, but I'm not logged in. So why is it saying that? I'm done with this, man.
All right. Well, hour number 3 is I'll do my best to help you. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just trying to be a gambler, bro.
A lot of people got to figure it out. I know, and you can do it. You can do it. The schedule, by the way, is going to be released later on today. The NBA schedule will be released at 2:00. The full schedule, or at least the first half of the full schedule, will be released. So if you want to find out more about what's going to happen for the Grizzlies, then you'll find that out in the middle of the Grizzlies press conferences. They're doing a bunch of press conferences with some of the the bench mob
Yep.
is talking today. So we'll hope. Are you going to do a Grayson Allen impression to Grayson Allen today?
I don't really have a Grayson Allen.
What about a DeAnthony Melton?
No, I don't have one for them either. I think DeAnthony Melton looks like he could be like a lost Mike Conley Sr.'s son.
There's definitely some. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like he could be
Jonte Porter will make his first appearance as well in one of these situations too, which is kind of exciting. So we'll hear from them.
MAGA Porter Jr. brother.
Yes.
Dude, people don't remember this, but like we went on an insane losing streak after we signed Jonte Porter.
That's true.
Didn't win a game until like.
Yeah, but MAGA Porter Jr. definitely dissuaded some of that though with the run the Nuggets had in the playoffs. So you gotta give him that.
I really think the Grizzlies like Jonte. I think they like him.
They do.
They gave him a deal. Yep.
Yeah, they do like him because he fits their culture.
Let's see.
Very, very shrewd guy.
Mm-hmm.
High IQ and all that. Hour number 3 is here in the Family Leisure Studios. Pete and Sam with you. Nice, milder than it has been. It's still chilly, but it's not as chilly as it has been. High 40s. I will be in the mid 50s today when it's all said and done. Joining us now, as he does this time every Friday, is our friend Kari Thompson to talk preps and many other things. Kari, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Peter. I'm doing great. Good morning, Anthony.
What's going on, brother? I'm good, man.
Good. Good to hear y'all.
What
that nervous to talk to y'all.
I know, man. I hope you. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, man. Thanksgiving was great.
What did you do?
Sat in my apartment and ate food, man. Blessed.
Life is good.
There's really nothing wrong with that. Actually, that's a great idea. So we saw yesterday, MUS, the only local representation with an opportunity to potentially win a state championship in the Blue Cross Bowl last night at Tennessee Tech's Tucker Stadium. Well, it did not go so well for MUS. MUS kind of had they had a little bit of a rough start to their year, and then they turned it on and went through a great run and got to the finals. And they ran into a brick wall in McCallie, who won 44-0, second straight AAA title for McCallie, who's playing really well. B.J. Harris was spectacular in the game, and just a tough night at the office for the Owls.
Yeah, I'm not going to make excuses for MUS because it shouldn't have been 44-0, but they were without two of their best players. Gavin McKay, who's tight end, who's going to Missouri, broke his collarbone in one of the playoff games, so he wasn't playing at all. DJ Brown was also out. He's a linebacker who's going to Charlotte. So they were missing two D1 caliber guys off their team, which is huge at the high school level for sure. But at the same time, your offense has to be able to move the ball, and we saw pretty quickly that the run game was not able to be established. I think that was the bigger issue. They forced Edwin Shai to have to throw. And then, it was just one of those nights for Edwin when he threw 4 picks. I mean, it's obviously not just his fault. The line has to protect him, and, they tried a couple other quarterbacks. But, that McCallie defense is good, man. And as you were saying, B.J. Harris, he turned it on late and was phenomenal. Correct.
Yeah. He is also a commitment to Missouri, so he and Gavin McKay will be teammates next year. They were on opposite sides of the field last night. So what's the takeaway then for the entire area as we kind of close the book on a very difficult COVID-filled 2020 season here?
Well, since I've been here, ECS is the only team I've seen win one, and I've been here. This is my third football season because I got thrown into the middle of it in 2018. So I've seen 3 Memphis area football seasons and 1 gold ball across all of our schools. So, when I first got here, we had more teams make it. I remember we saw Whitehaven get shut out by Oakland in that game in 2018. I think a couple other teams made it that year. Last couple of years, we've only had 1 team get there. So, it gets tough in those semifinal rounds, like Bartlett found out, to get past those Middle Tennessee teams. And, I'd like to see some Memphis teams get past them. I haven't seen too many do it. It's really just in Whitehaven and ECS and MUS. That's really it.
Is that a systemic issue here locally, or is that just a coincidence? Are there tangible things that can be done here? Obviously, the Shelby County schools, this year you just have to chalk that up. But
right.
Are there other things within the private schools and even the public schools that you've seen? What can they do?
I mean, just retool and reload and try to do it again. I don't think it's anything systemic, man. I think it's high school football, and I think you can build a dynasty no matter where you're at in the state. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's anything about West Tennessee to where West Tennessee teams can't win. I just think that this thing goes in cycles. And, you have some teams that are dominant some years, and you have some teams that aren't. And so, and it goes the same for pockets of the state. So, when it's easier to bring titles home to Memphis when you have the Eric Graves of the world running for Lausanne. This year
that's true.
There was no Lausanne. I mean, that's just what it was. I mean, we had some good teams, we had some good talent, but in the end, the best players went out.
In a whole, Kari, do you think that it was worth it to try to play high school football this year at all? Like, with everything that's been going on, like we've seen how things have ended, how the teams have had to forfeit all throughout the season. COVID cases spreading that they believe were traced back to sports. Do you think it's all been worth it so far this year?
Well, I'll answer this way. I'll challenge you to find one kid who played throughout this season and have them say no to that question.
Mm-hmm.
I think every kid you would talk to would be like, heck yeah, I got to play my senior season of football while everyone else was sitting out. You know what I mean? From my perspective, yeah, I think it was a good thing. I think obviously it was better for the more sports we have, it's better for all of our jobs.
Right.
And it was a fun season. Like, I didn't realize how much I missed football until it almost got taken away.
Speaking of taken away, did you feel like you were about to go to jail the time that they kicked you out?
Yeah, exactly.
The Martin Luther King of high school football, Kari.
That's right.
Kari Thompson. A true martyr.
A true martyr. Sacrifice.
Malcolm K over here.
Right.
Hopefully, you survived that. And I can't wait to read your letters from the 201 later on.
Yeah, with the forward by Peter Fleischer.
It took me a second to get that one. That's hilarious.
Yes. I confess that I have no time for the moderate on the issue of whether or not I can go to a high school football game. I'm sorely disappointed in all of you. All right, so with that being said, where are things on the basketball front right now?
Same old. I feel like it's gonna be that way until January, at the earliest. So, my focus is on the teams that can play now. So we've got our suburban schools and our Mississippi schools and our private schools popping off with action. I don't know if you guys probably saw that Houston caught its first L last week.
Yep.
They lost to Christian Brothers, which Christian Brothers is a very good team. A lot of people underrate them, but especially because they don't have like the size that Houston does. But their shooting came through in that game for sure. I was surprised, man. I mean, Houston's one of those teams this year where like you don't expect them to lose any game. They have so much talent. Two top 100 guys in the country.
That's talent. That should certainly be talent.
Yeah.
Don't know how much more. Don't know how much more talent that you need. Yeah, it's difficult. In this climate, as we said, for a lot of reasons, to try to have like a normal sort of year in anything that you're doing, and I imagine that there will be more interruptions still to come as we continue to deal with a lot of cases and stuff in the area overall. Now to different issue here. Now that you've seen the unveiling, Kari, of the Grizzlies city jersey compared to the Celtics one, how trash really is the Celtics jersey?
Bottom three.
How embarrassed are you as a Celtics fan that this is what your organization has come up with?
I will say this: the Grizzlies city jerseys are beautiful. They might be the best in the league. Like, I got to give them the respect on that one. Like, I mean, it's just, I don't know, like the black and the gold. I mean, even the little details like the sunglass on the pants, like, that's fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. The Grizzlies don't miss. I got to give them respect. I got to give them respect. That said, you can never be embarrassed by wearing championship. It's the banner edition. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Are you surprised? Are you surprised at all, Kari, that with the majority of the NBA teams wearing a black jersey, that Boston had the whitest of the white jerseys?
I did notice that. Yo, when you see that, Shane, I know you see that picture where they got all the city jerseys lined up.
Yeah, exactly. It's like literally the only white one on it. It's literally the only white jersey. Like everybody went black this year, or some dark, very dark blues, blacks, everything's like that. But of course, Boston had the whitest of the white.
The Celtics and the Lakers, because the Lakers got that icy one for.
The Lakers do have the white one.
Yeah. That
Lakers don't have anything to prove on that score, I'm afraid, compared to the Celtics. So
they can afford to,
They got a little leeway there, unlike the Celtics. I will say there are a few of the city ones that are really good. There are a few that are really bad, but the ones that are really Miami's is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Miami they are.
Oh, they're going to come
phenomenal. I love that thing. With the color gradient and like the past the oh man, the way they did that is spectacular. They get it. I love it. Love that. Can't get enough of that. I'm into it. Also, the Nuggets jersey is nice too. The Nuggets had that red variant of there. I like that as well. Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, the Orlando is terrible. Boston is terrible. The Dallas Mavericks looks like something you buy at City Gear. It's trash.
Come on.
I hate like gold and white and gold. That's stupid looking. That's terrible. Looks like something made by Platinum Fubu. It's terrible. I like the Buzz City Charlotte joints. The Brooklyn Nets joint is trash. I like Atlanta's court. The jersey isn't just great, but their court is amazing. I like that. Utah seems like they did that before. The San Antonio is crazy. I like that one. The Kings one is nice. I like that one too. Denver, like you said, is sweet. Chicago, I get it, but it's like weird looking. But yeah, the Grizzlies, of course. Yeah, those are my top ones. Even like Milwaukee, and weirdly they put it in Dallas Mavericks colors. Maybe a precursor for Giannis. maybe he might look too good in that this year. So yeah.
The Warriors didn't even try. They just went with the old orange.
Yeah, they put Oakland instead, and it was kind of, I don't know. It was just all right. Cleveland's is terrible. I mean, terrible.
And the Clippers did the same thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clippers did the same thing again. The Oklahoma City looks like
as always terrible.
Something that you would. Yeah. It's a G League outfit if ever I've seen one.
Always.
I want to give credit because I read an article that said that it looks like a NASCAR.
It does. It looks like something Audubon Speedway.
Yeah, like a NASCAR, like on a car type of body leery.
Yeah, man. So. It's like a Hot Wheel decal that they put on.
San Antonio's is legit. San Antonio's is legit.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. There's a few that are really good.
Phoenix.
But
Phoenix had a really good
Phoenix
one.
is good. I like Phoenix's. Yeah, the Valley thing is excellent. But yeah, the Clippers
I think that Houston will look
Knicks,
better on the body than it will looking looking at it. That Houston.
Some of these will look better on the body. Some of these will look better on the bodies. Minnesota's is just whatever. Detroit's garbage. The Wizards terrible. So I don't know. And what are we doing? And what's New Orleans doing? What is that? What's that?
looks like a bomb pop.
It does. It's like a weird American flag ship or something. I have no idea what they're doing out there. So with all that, what did you think? What did you make of the John Wall Russell Westbrook trade?
I don't really like it for either side. I guess
you don't like it for either side. Okay.
Yeah, I guess you had to get Russ out of Houston because Harden was having issues with him. But John Wall and Harden, is that a fit? You know what I'm saying? And Westbrook in DC, is he an upgrade over John Wall? I don't know. Man, what do you think?
I think it'll be interesting to see what happens when you reunite Westbrook, and kind of bring him back into the mix, with you have like a team I think that's a little more suited for him. Quite honestly, I'm curious to see how Bradley Beal reacts to it. But I think that is interesting to think about. And then with Houston, like if John Wall can play, like apparently Wall and Harden have been playing together in some like capacity in pickup and stuff, and so apparently they have some connection. We talked about Wall and Boogie Cousins getting back together, which is kind of fun. That's kind of a different thing. So the question is, can Scotty Brooks get the most out of Russell Westbrook again? Maybe that's kind of interesting. I don't know. I think it's fascinating. I think it's an interesting. It's a very interesting trade. I'll put it that way. I don't know. Is it good? Unclear. Basically, you're talking your trash for your high paid trash for my high paid trash. Can we make it work? But they're at least
they're both like cards game based on speed on the wrong side of 30.
Yeah. But maybe you get the most. Maybe Scotty Brooks can get the most out of Westbrook. Kind of getting back with him. Maybe that works out better. I don't know. I like it because at least you're trying to kind of mix it up a little bit. So I like that.
Man, the real news is that Jello got in the NBA. That's the real news.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say something that I think needs to be said too. There is, as far as the whole the Ball family thing. As far between the Ball family and the Ball family and the Holiday family, props to Papa Ball and Papa Holiday for having GOAT level scrotums. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? Like let's just be for real.
Why are you disrespecting the Antetokounmpo family?
No,
that's
man.
the one that really.
No. Here's the thing, man. Like I kind of give them props too. I give them props as well. But here's the thing: to create, I don't give the Plumlees the same level of props because I think if you're tall and big, you can be a D1 college basketball player, and you go to Duke and you can get in the NBA. That's one thing. But to create six perimeter players, man, like in the NBA, shout out to those dudes, scrotums, man. Like two of the all time great.
What about the Barry family? You gonna shout them out?
How many he produced?
They created like 5 million. I don't know. They're berries all over the place.
Yeah, props to their testicles too. But I just don't think enough props come to the Ball family, and the Holiday.
For real, that's marketing too. I mean, is Jello really?
That's high level efficiency, man. Like that's high.
Well, the Holiday family for sure. I think plenty of props comes LeVar Ball's way. I don't think there's no shortage of attention there. But the Holiday family, I don't think people talk about.
The Balls,
and again,
deserve props.
You got 3 Antetokounmpo brothers that are in the NBA. One of them,
that's also
MVP. That's got to be something.
That's also we drafted one that's amazing, and maybe there's something these other 2 bums too. I think. That's a lot.
Hey, why do you think Jello is in the NBA?
Jello.
What are you talking about?
That's an underrated nickname too, man. Like I kind of wish I had named Gabe Leangelo, so I could just call him Jello. Hey, Jello, come here. It's kind of a dope name. But no, man. But seriously, like, you gotta give props
Soft
to that,
and
man.
jiggly.
You gotta give props to that, man. Like, how do you pump out 3 NBA players? Like 3 like high level. Like, how do you pump out the number 2 and the number 3 pick in the draft?
I mean, to me, Richard Williams is still the king.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there's
Oh yeah, and to drop that Y chromosome and both of them are God level.
Yeah.
Hey,
no one's going to touch him.
Bron is going to play with Bronny.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% down for that. I think that's
It was interesting too. We didn't talk about it, but it was interesting if you read the tea leaves that you saw Anthony Davis sign his 5-year extension and not a 1+1, and LeBron signing a couple years. It kind of indicates that they don't think that that Giannis is going to be available, because they would have left a little more flexibility if that were the case. So that kind of, if you want to read the tea leaves there, it might be that they expect Giannis to sign long term with Milwaukee. We shall see. I hope
Has anyone noticed that Bronny's like 6'8" now? Anyone noticed that in his latest pictures?
It's like Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, he's like stupid tall now. Like, dude, maybe we should let you get high more often while your dad's in the bubble. You picked up like 5 inches since the last time we saw you.
Yep. I think that's worked out very well. Yeah. Kari, thank you very much. Have a great Friday, and we'll talk next week.
Y'all do the same. See ya.
All right, brother.
All right. Our friend Kari Thompson joining us. We'll continue here. Hour number 3, Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your heating system cleaned? How about a safety inspection? Right now, Conway Service is offering our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system for only $69. That's right, for only $69, we'll come out and perform our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your heating system. We'll also include a complete safety inspection using our state-of-the-art camera system, making sure your heating system is safe to operate this winter. Plus, we'll run a carbon monoxide test on your heating system, all for only $69. If that's not enough, as your smart home provider, we'll include a free Nest Hub with your paid tune-up while supplies last. You can have the peace of mind knowing your heating system is safe and ready to use on those cold winter nights. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. And call this week, and we'll perform your heating system tune-up for only $57.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Good news. Southland Casino is now back open. That's right. The most spacious casino floor in the Mid-South is ready to welcome you back to the action with live blackjack, roulette, craps, and all your favorite slots. The action kicks off every day at 9 a.m. and rolls all the way till 5 o'clock the next morning. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and make the short drive to Southland. We're ready for you. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the build-your-own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, and of course the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't, and thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? 5 Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. 5 Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5 Ash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Hour number 3 presented by friends at Acura of Memphis, where you can get the brand new 2021 TLX for a fabulous rates, both purchase price, lease price, fantastic rates. A lot of you are paying more than you should for what you're driving right now. Getting something newer, getting something better, getting something state of the art, top of the line, and a lot of you may end up paying less per month than you do right now. Check it out. Acura Memphis online, AcuraMemphis.com, 385 in Ridgeway. Check them out. That 2021 TLX is absolutely fantastic. Steven Silas, head coach of the Rockets, says he's giving James Harden space. Says he's not. He didn't talk to him about the trade or anything like that. He
Ain't
said,
nobody talked to
I
him.
kind of take staff and allow guys some space. From my perspective, my communication has been, I'm giving you space. And that's kind of where it's been as far as my communication with him. Guys like that need that. They need to figure it out. They don't need someone banging on them all the time to figure out where they're at and whatnot.
He'll play, man. He'll play.
I'm not saying he will play, but is he going to be? Is it going to work at all, or are we just killing time until the eventual trade?
Yeah, I think they're going to eventually trade him. Yeah, I do think that. I mean, I said that a long time ago. I said that when they got Silas, they were going to, break that team up. There's no way that they're going to keep Silas there with James Harden and Russell Westbrook. They're just not the personalities for that. So I said that a while ago. When that trade happens, I don't know. I don't think the Brooklyn thing's happening at all. I don't think we talked about that as well. You really kind of busted that one down. He was like, why would Houston trade him for anything when he has zero leverage? Why would they trade him for anything other than exactly what they want?
Yeah.
Another box office type guy. So I think a trade's soon to come, but I don't think he's not going to report to camp or not show up, and if he does that, I don't think it'll last long. But who knows, man? I mean, James Harden has multiple streams of income coming in. I mean, he's got a big deal with Adidas as well, so he may pull a stunt where he just doesn't play. So we'll see how that goes, but that would be interesting to see.
Give me more chaos.
Oh yeah, I'm always down.
Give me more.
Yeah. LeBron James thinks Kyle Kuzma is going to take a giant leap this year.
Okay.
Right.
Leap to another team.
leap off of something, perhaps, or leap
means.
into the ocean, perhaps, or unclear as to where that leap is going to be.
Well, he leapt off.
He's going to leap somewhere.
He leapt off of social media a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, what was up with that? He did.
I think they were clowning him about something. I forgot what it was, but he took exception to it, so he got off of Twitter.
Now he's back on.
Oh, he's back?
Yeah, he's back on.
Interesting.
Yeah, I wonder, how do you do that? How do you can disable your Twitter account like that?
Yeah.
And cut it back on?
Yeah.
I might pull one of those moves just to get attention, just to see who cares.
That sounds like you. Now, that does sound like you. That's definitely a sane move right there.
Yeah, he a pop star, man.
Just put some eye emojis on there and be like, where'd I go? I locked my account. Now I'm back.
That's a pop star move.
Then he doesn't follow
Everyone's
anyone.
like, I didn't even notice he was gone. To be honest, I didn't
Look at Kyle Kuzma. I've got 1 million followers and I don't follow anybody. You ain't Beyonce, bro. Go follow somebody, man.
Yeah,
you ain't
anybody
Beyonce,
that doesn't
man.
follow anybody, I don't
Get
have
out of here, Kyle
I have no time for. I have no time for that at all. Absolutely ridiculous. Marcus Morris, as we kind of make the trip around the league for media days, Marcus Morris of the Clippers said that even though they lost to the Nuggets and blew a 3-1 lead, at the end of the day, that team wasn't better than us. We all knew that.
Oh, okay then.
Well,
did you see your boy Shane Young said that everyone who's saying that Tyronn Lue was using that stuff as an excuse that he was in the press conference and it was 100% legit. You're just looking for a story.
Nope. Wrong, Shane. You can see the video. It's very clear. Come on, man. Stop. Don't carry water for this, man. Come on.
Again, bro.
Look at Shane Young.
He clearly stopped. He's like, we traded for
he gave it away with his laugh, man.
White guy.
Not Grayson Allen, the other guy from Duke.
No, the other guy. Yeah, he's right on the tip of my tongue.
JJ Redick. No.
Greg Paulus? Is it him?
I can't.
Are you sure it's not Greg Paulus?
Feeds out. I can't understand. I'm going in the tunnel. Feeds out. I can't see anybody. What's happening? Okay, I'm back. Luke Kennard. Somebody handed me a quick note here. We're good. Okay. Ridiculous. Continuing a theme from the Orlando bubble, league sources say that the NBA will not test its players for marijuana.
Shout out.
Season. So,
shout out.
Let's go, man.
Will any Grizzly players be excited about that?
Mike Tyson said he was high as a kite when he went out there and beat up Roy Jones Jr.
Why not be?
Maybe that's where the
who knows
where the action is.
Hey, I know what Grizzly player will be excited about that. Should I break the news? Should I pull up Peter Fleischer? Should I tell everyone who that is?
No, we're good.
No, you should definitely just allude to it a lot.
No, this is what y'all told me I should
eye
do, right?
emojis.
That's what y'all told me I should do, right? If I know it, I should put it out. Here it is. Breaking news. Boop, 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 boop. Memphis Grizzly player. I ain't gonna say
if
it.
you no, again,
I'm not that kind of guy. Pop stars don't do that.
Let me clarify. It's amazing how you and Rob Fisher have so much in common. Rob Fisher used to do the same thing.
Hey,
with, media member. I'm not a media member. I'm this.
Hey, what else did Rob Fisher have being an avocado with both pop stars, man? Look at Rob. Look at him on the sideline with the shoes, man. Come on.
I know. He and Clyde Frazier.
Hey, so it's 3 pop stars. We up to 3 pop stars in the city of Memphis. It's me, Rob Fisher, and Minerva Little. That's your 3.
Mm-hmm.
Any others?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd say I mean, I'm not sure that we're up to 3. So that I would question.
So who you question? Who's questionable on that list then?
All 3 of you.
Hater ain't never seen a hater, bro.
I see we're up to 0 pop stars.
Hey, bro. don't put me in what you got. I knew me and Rob connect for a reason, man. Just mutual pop stars in your Memphis media market,
right.
bro.
That's right.
I can tell you somebody else's one too.
Who?
No, I'll tell you out there.
Well, that's the sane move right there. I'll tell me off the air. Tell me on the air.
No, I ain't gonna say it on the air.
Well, in any event, no. To answer your previous question, even if I knew of or saw or whatever, any kind of activity like that going on from a player, to me, the issue with the John Morant situation and not wearing a mask is the possibility to spread that amongst everybody. It's a public health situation. What guys do, like on their own personal time, as far as their own personal health and all that, I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. But when that is a story, when you're talking about a personal decision that then has ripple effects to his team and potentially the rest of the league and all that, that is a bigger situation. I mean, it isn't like, a guy getting for example, player X getting a sexually transmitted disease doesn't really matter. If that sexually transmitted disease then keeps that player out for several months because of some situation that crops up, that does matter. So, you have to. There's a fine line to walk. If somebody going to a party without a mask, whatever, that's no big deal. If that then leads to cases, or if that leads to something else happening, then that is a problem. So,
are we also aware that Ja getting COVID and me or you getting COVID is a totally different situation? Plus, one, Ja Morant gets tested every day, and he also is getting ready to start the NBA season. So there's a total different level of protocol. So John, like, putting himself in harm's way, like, before that all starts. It's not the same as, like, everyday us going.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just because you get tested every day doesn't mean you should just throw yourself in.
I ain't saying that, Peter.
That kind of sounds like what you're saying.
Hey, man, just let's protect the King of Memphis when he goes out, man. Don't go out snitching every time the King of Memphis go out.
I'm not going.
Pop stars don't do that. That's why you're not a pop star, man. That's why you can't relate. Like, we don't do that. I don't want people going out saying everything they see me out here doing, because I might be wilding out here, bro. Pop stars, we live a wild life, man. Wild boys out here. Me, Minerva Little, and Rob Fisher. Wild. We wild out here, man. Miss Minerva coming in with the bedazzled jacket on, you know what I'm saying? Hair done, heels on.
Ready to go, man. Like,
hey, Miss Minerva say,
man.
Hey, Miss Minerva said one time, I'm a Kyle Penny, because I don't like what they doing. I'm from the Kyle Penny. As soon as the game over, like, can you do that? Can you call Penny Hardaway?
I can. I'm not going to, but I can.
Can you just walk up in the locker room at any time?
I never tried it.
Hey, bro, media members been hating on me forever, bro, because I'm not one of y'all, bro. I'm like, this pop star life ain't like what y'all do, bro. Like, y'all like chase after guys and like try to get to know their moms and agents and all. I ain't got time for that, man. I'm a pop star. Like, I'm on a different level with these dudes. Me, Rob, and Minerva, man. You hating, man, but you laughing, but you hating though. Like, y'all know that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's fun. Nah. Hey, man. Hey, I'm proud of you. That's all I'm saying. I'm proud of you. Keep do your thing, man.
Oh, man.
That's all I can say. Do your thing. Oh, man. Okay.
I knew Rob Fisher maybe had something together, man. He's an admit pop star as well.
Exactly right. That's exactly
I
right.
got
Yeah, he's had the same exact thing as you.
When Rob come on, we playing pop star. In honor of
that's right.
In honor of Rob, we got to bump the pop star every time he come on.
That's exactly right. So there you go. By the way, Gilbert Arenas had approved Russell Westbrook wearing the number 0, but Westbrook is not going to do it. He's going to wear number 4 for the Wizards.
Yeah, his high school number.
So he's not going to wear 0 in honor of Agent Zero Hibachi. Gilbert Arenas.
Much respect.
Man, Gilbert Arenas, amazing for like a 4 or 5 year stretch was fantastic.
Oh man, such an underrated.
Love
player.
watching Gilbert Arenas play. I mean, really underappreciated how good he was for that stretch. So there it is. When we come back, we'll take a final look at the college football schedule for this weekend as we wrap up this Friday edition of Sports 56 Mornings. Pete and Sam with you, 96.1, 98.5 Sports 56.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio. We are Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
Are you looking for a dependable car at a fair price and guaranteed financing approval? Then you need to make your way to Collierville Auto Center, where one price shopping is the name of the game. Family owned and operated, Collierville Auto Center has been in the business for over 20 years and is proud to serve the people of this area. Collierville Auto Center is stocked with over 50 units, including cars, trucks, SUVs, and Highlines. Looking for a particular type of vehicle? Collierville Auto Center offers a locator service with 72-hour turnaround service. With over 30 years in the automotive industry, Scott and Martin would be happy to show you how their affordable pricing and guaranteed financing can work for you. Come see Scott and his professional staff of Terry, Branson, Q for your car needs. Conveniently located at 651 West Poplar Avenue, Collierville Auto Center is situated where Highway 72 meets Poplar and Collierville. Please look them up on the web at ColliervilleAutoCenter.com. Call at 901-853-0240 or simply come and see them for an outstanding car buying experience. At Collierville Auto Center, they're here for you.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for the perfect present? Then head to the perfect place. Stop by your neighborhood Ace and find the best gifts from brands like Steel, Eagle, and Milwaukee, or Traeger, Weber, and Yeti. And to help make sure your gifts are under your tree on time, you can shop in-store, online, or on the Ace app. Pick up in-store, curbside, or get them delivered. Get amazing deals on the best gifts when you wrap it in red at Ace at participating stores.
Farmers Insurance knows that when you're in the car and that song comes on, yes, that's the one, you have no choice but to pull out your imaginary drumsticks and smash those cymbals and stomp on that kick pedal, which unfortunately is the accelerator pedal. And we covered it. Talk to a farmer's agent who knows a thing or two because they've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're scrambling around. You need a haircut. Where you gonna go? I got a place that has 15 locations. I've got a place where details matter. I've got a place that can be invigorating and relaxing at the same time. You know what it is. It's Supercuts. Every haircut ends with the signature hot towel finish. Every haircut matters. When you're getting ready, you go into Supercuts. The stylist will pay attention to every detail. So you get the haircut you want, and of course, you're going to finish with that signature hot towel. You walk out clean, sharp, and not just ready, but super ready. And you might want to ask that hairstylist about what the Tea Tree experience is. One part invigorating, one part relaxing. The Tea Tree experience is something you need to try. 15 locations. I mentioned that, didn't I? All you've got to do is go to supercuts.com. You'll find the one nearest to you. Get super ready at Supercuts.
Corky's is the answer for your holiday feast. Turkey, hams, and all the fixins. Oh, by the way, try our new Southern Layer cakes. Order at corkysbbq.com and save $5.
Mary's Bistro delivery business is bustling and ready to burst.
Orders 34, 35, and 36 are up. Who's handling these? Hello, Mary's Bistro, now delivering.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Yeah. You've got a lot going on this weekend, as we mentioned, coming up, of course. Middays is next. They'll tell you all about it, including a big college football weekend. Do want to say, real quick point before we get to that college football, very important. None other than, do you like Drew Hill of the Daily Memphian?
Man, I thought you was about Drew Hill, the group. Yeah.
You like
Drew Hill, my
group?
guy, man. Yeah.
You like Drew Hill of the group?
Yeah.
Drew Hill's your guy, right?
Yeah, Drew Hill, my guy.
Okay. Yeah, good. I like Drew, too. Great guy. Enjoy his work. Good work over the Daily Memphian.
Yeah.
Interesting that did you read his piece this morning about what the individual Grizzlies are keying on? And it's interesting because his lead was my question to John Moran, and his answer was his lead. That's what he felt like. It was so good that he had to put that as the lead. He said John Morant was vague, extremely vague. So I think somebody owes somebody an apology. Said when nudged for a more specific answer, he said it again, everything. I feel like it's that simple. He used it as the lead, baby.
Yeah. Shout out to Drew Hill for also not paying
Drew
attention.
Hill, thank you. Drew.
Shout out to Drew for
Good
also
job,
not
Drew.
paying attention. To the
Drew,
rest.
obviously a reporter of taste. A reporter of taste understands what's good and what's not good. He knew what the deal was.
Yeah.
He knew why I asked that question.
So I expect to see the same thing today about Dylan. I need him to say that with Dylan that was asked, does he think this team is a playoff team? Hell yeah.
What was asked by a reporter who was at play that again.
The young core you guys have with you, of course, led by you, John, and Jared. You guys have playoff expectations this year.
Hell yeah.
When asked by a reporter who sounded a lot like
Dylan
him.
himself. Might have been Chillin Brooks.
It was almost as if he was asking him right there.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm surprised I haven't gotten a phone call from them too. Like I'm surprised they haven't.
I am too.
Come on, Sam, you got to take this serious, man. I mean, you never know if guys might be offended or Man, I'm surprised I haven't gotten that call.
Do you think he's offended?
I don't think he knew what was going on. I don't think he knew I was mocking.
Do you think he would be offended
if he knew I was mocking? I don't know. Dylan's a pretty cool dude. He probably wouldn't trip too hard. I wouldn't play with y'all like that though.
We're just goofing.
Yeah, I'm really shocked that I haven't gotten. Maybe I'll get one today by lunch. Maybe they were busy yesterday. They just gonna call me today.
Yeah, I don't really think that's the case.
Yeah, I think I passed the window. I'm good. I think I'm good. I'll do it again.
Yeah, I think you're fine. Right there, Tulane and the University of Memphis playing. It's been a really just like everybody else, I suppose. I mean, I don't think Memphis is unique in this, but it's been such a tumultuous year for the Tigers for so many reasons, going all the way back to the Kenny Gainwell stuff at the very beginning, and just guys opting out, the Coxie stuff, and then last week kind of winning in such a weird style, defensive minded game. Now you play Tulane. Tulane is a slight favorite in the game. Will Hall, former Tiger tight end coach, ends up leaving the program, or he's going to join Southern Miss. So it's kind of a weird time for Willie Fritz, one of the all-time guys who does not look like the name that you think. The head coach of Tulane is named Willie Fritz, and you might have an impression of what you think Willie Fritz looks like, and he does not look like.
I do have some assumptions of what a Willie might look like. Let me take a look.
If you think of a Willie Fritz, I encourage you to look up you Google image search Willie Fritz, the Tulane head coach.
Yeah,
and, see what pops up.
Well, we have Willie Nelson. We have Willie Nelson, who's a.
Yeah, I mean, It's not. There are some Willies that are. But it's just
Free
not
Willie
one of
was the Dolphins. So I mean, he was a whale actually. So yeah.
Yeah, I believe he was a whale. That's right. But that's Willy. That's a different Willie. Willy Wonka. Is another Willy.
Another white Willie. I think.
Another white Willie. So, but they're a lot.
Are we assuming that Willie was a white whale?
I believe he was black.
Yeah. So that's another.
I believe Free Willy was black. So
yeah, that's
that counts as
another black Willie.
Black whale. Yeah. Willy Wonka was white, I think. Although it wasn't specified in the story, so I think we could have a black Willy Wonka. I don't know. Maybe we need to do a remake of that.
Yeah.
Black Willy Wonka? Come on.
Yeah. Maybe we should make him a lady, just for more diversity. Make him Wilma Wonka.
Wilma Wonka.
Willa Wonka.
Willa Wonka. Willy Wonka and the White Chocolate Factory. Come on,
come on. What is white chocolate? Let me think. What's a white people candy?
What do you mean white people candy? What's black people? What's black people candy? I don't know.
I can say. Black people candy is like Alexander the Grapes and those little
yeah.
stuff you buy the candulated candy, bro,
Yeah, I like that.
Hood
like
candy.
Lemon heads and stuff like that. I like that stuff. Florida, Tennessee.
Now laters, black people candy. Now laters.
God, those are...
as opposed to now and later.
Terry teeth.
Now laters.
We got Florida, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Auburn. Very interesting because these two teams jockeying for position behind Ohio State. Ohio State playing Michigan State. I expect them to blast Michigan State to try to send a message because they have so few games on their schedule and potentially not have the Michigan game next week, and maybe not a Big Ten championship game as a result of that. They need to send a message. But behind them, you have Texas A&M and you have Florida, both on the road to whatever extent that matters this year, playing two different teams altogether. Texas A&M Auburn, a fascinating game, and one I think I picked. I'm with Adam Kramer on this. I picked Auburn straight away. I think Auburn wins that game. To be honest with you, but they're trying to send the message. Then Florida, who in all likelihood will just destroy Tennessee. I think Florida's better. I know Florida lost to Texas A&M, so that's hard. That's hard to overcome. I just think Florida's better. And I think you'll see that this week. I think Florida crushes Tennessee. And I think Auburn beats Texas A&M. I really do.
Yeah, I agree about the same.
Give it a hunch. Give it a hunch about that. I don't know. Just a hunch.
So what about your boy Nick Saban? You gonna see him on the sideline?
He's cleared. He's cleared to go. He's ready to roll. He's at 100%. He's COVID free apparently.
Yeah.
So he's out there. It's so crazy that game. We haven't even discussed it because it just doesn't. It's so. It's hard to say that Alabama LSU is irrelevant.
Different,
but it's irrelevant. It really is. Like it's
irrelevant.
It doesn't matter. Like the LSU's a 29.5 point underdog in this game. Like that's it's crazy to think about compared from a year ago. I know that they've had losses and stuff. You lost Joe Burrow, you lost several draftees, but
it shouldn't be this trash.
Good God! Like it feels as though they have fallen off the cliff and then some. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's I think Alabama just destroys them, of course, because that's
what they do.
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. We'll see what happens tonight with the Tigers. We'll have all of it, of course, on Monday. Coming up next, it is middays. They got a very busy Friday show. Hope everybody has a very safe, great weekend. Enjoy yourself. Wear that mask, and we'll check in back with you on Monday. Y'all be good.